Okay, let me replay my intro. Sorry about that. It kicked me. I didn't even know it. I wonder what happened. Let me play my intro. Oh, dear Lord. No, I don't want to leave site. I want to cancel that. Okay, I want to share. Wow, I can't believe that it just kicked me. I'm going to start it over. Oh, that isn't it. Oh, forget it. It ruined my... I have no idea why it did that. Oh, well, I'll play this intro because since I'm going to be talking about them, I don't know why it did that. We'll listen to this one. This was a good intro that was made. I'll get it. I think it's on my channel, though. I don't have it loaded because I wasn't planning on playing it. It's on it. Oh. Where did it go? Okay, so technology is going to mess with me today. Appreciate that. I wonder why I got kicked. That is so weird that I got kicked like that. But I do want to download this onto my StreamYard, so I'll go ahead and play it. I'm going to play this intro from the beginning. Yes, it was made for me by T. Kelly. I think it's a damn good intro. I haven't used it for a while because I wanted to make sure there was nothing she could do if I use it. And there's not because it was made for me, for my channel. YouTube let me know. And she did a great job on this intro. You got to give her that much. I mean, she did. It's a good intro. But I did want to play the Betty one, but I got to download it. Because that was only made.
Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home to me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Turn out the day, turn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up the fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Time is the essence. Time is the season. Time ain't no reason. Got no time to show. Time everlasting. Time is completely silent. Time ain't on my side. Time will never know. Turn out the day. Turn out the night. No one to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and nights that were too. But I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you.
No, right now, get a piece. You can have a piece of gum. Turn out the pain.
Turn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living forgetting the devil he's told.
I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning.
I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning to you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you.
I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Alrighty. Now, we can get into the show. And I got some things to show you today because I wasn't even going to go live today. But then over the week after Sunday, well, on Sunday, some things popped up, and then the bullhorn woke up. Um, and I I didn't have time to show the video to update you all about um, the Daisy Farm, the YouTube feuds, especially the sisters. But I found an interesting video clip of someone that was on the inside that was friends with both of them that's really gotten hurt in all this mess. Who did really make a nice banner. But anyway, I found a video of her. Um, if you remember correctly, I showed you the whole mess with the two sisters and Janky's letting everybody go after Daisy. You know, I don't care. That's your sister. That's just my opinion. But at the end of the day, that's your family. That's your blood. You don't take some YouTube friends over that. Um, you're no better. You pick on your sister. Y'all two should have never brought your relationship to YouTube. Period. It became a YouTube feud, which is ridiculous. Your sisters. Yes, I have plenty of them. Yes, we fight, but I'd never bring it to YouTube. And damn sure wouldn't take some YouTube friend. They would not, whether me and my sister were getting along or not, they would not sit on my panel, putting my sister down to the ground and me joining in. That just wouldn't happen. That's just wrong. But then that's just my opinion. Green Goblin, be good. You're welcome, but be good. Hey, Queen Bella. The screen's blank? It's not blank. Hey, Cash. Sorry I didn't say hi to everybody. I got totally thrown off because I got kicked. Let me say hi to everybody. I got kicked by YouTube, I guess. I mean, I had it all set up, was playing my intro, and then I had no StreamYard. But yet StreamYard was still running. It was weird. So I had to go out and come back in and start everything over. And I'm sorry. Hey, Taz. Hey, Jima. Queen Bella, Cash. Hey, Wise Angel. Selena. AMAC. TT. Hey, Hope. I messaged you back. Chris Cress, how are you? Um, my little one's home. His cough is bad. He has severe allergies. This kid he takes prescription allergy medicine. He takes Flonase. He takes Zyrtec, and it's still, nope. He gets this cough where you would think he's got childhood asthma. That he's seriously got some stuff in his chest and his lungs. But then when you listen to them, nope, there's not. The doctors, yeah. So he's got that cough going. So he loves school, but he didn't want to go to school coughing. So, because he said sometimes it makes him feel like he got to go potty, and he doesn't want to run to the bathroom every 5 minutes in school. So, I kept him home. He's got a bad cough. He's in kindergarten. They can get over it. He can miss a day. But there's, I didn't get to watch all Nonsense's live this morning. I wish I would have. I came in right at the end, but apparently there was another part of the live. Um, so I went back and I looked at and I started to listen to it, but I had to go because I had, but I am going to go back and listen to it. I feel awful. I really do. I hope in any way me talking, talking about the Tatah and EKC. And I've never reviewed Steve, but I've talked about him. I hope in no way that was ever put on her because I always made it clear that was me. They need to just leave her alone. Seriously. I mean, I'm over getting emails too. I don't even open them at this point. They just need to move on with their lives, get out of here, leave people alone. They've gone too far. They have gone way too far. And I've got part of the statement slash what the Tatah calls her court order that she submitted supposedly to the court to get a TRO against Katie and someone else. But she already has an existing TR, so I don't know why you would go back to get another one because if you already have an existing one, and they're pockets, because what it is with the TRO, you don't. It's a temporary. You don't actually get the TRO till you go to court and present evidence. This is the statement she supposedly submitted, which show me proof. There's no docket number. There's no date. There's no verification that it was submitted. But this is what they're passing around. The stuff she says that she's accusing them of, it's. I swear, these people are like Betty did it in her frivolous lawsuit. I mean, it was like an autobiography of everything Betty did, but instead of saying it was her, blaming it on everybody else. Same thing with this Tatah. The stuff she's accusing them of doing is exactly what they've done, and then she's got multiple people on this order. You can't do that. Number one, the judge doesn't have jurisdiction. Number two, you can't put multiple people in the TRO from different states. You're not a lawyer. I question it. If she really did follow through with filing this crap, Lord, I hope she has somebody there for emotional support. Because I think the judge is going to have a field day with her. You want to talk about waste of a court's time? And a joke? Jesus. Wonder if JLR helped her. I don't know. These people are nuts. They are nuts. And it's it's creepy. It's gone too far. You don't go after anyone's children or families. I mean, they try to tell Katie they do things with Katie's child, but tell her she can't, but it's her child, and tell her she can't have her child on any of her content, and she can't talk about his disabilities and stuff because she's such a liar and it's all a lie and it's not a lie. But then they can turn around and do it. It's not their child. It's Katie's child. But then they think they could send emails threatening all of us. Okay. Do you think your threatening emails that you are sending for multiple addresses scare me? Is that what you're trying to do? Because guess what, baby? Epic fucking fail. Because guess where them emails are going? Right to the IT department where my husband works. And trust me, these are government IT guys. They know what they're doing. I will know every email, where it came from, everything about that sender when my husband gets home tonight. Bank on that, just like I did last time. You don't think you're so smart and everybody else is so stupid and you try to bully and scare everybody. You're not scaring me. I don't think you're scared. I think people are just fed up. We've all had enough. Now there's consequences to be had. So be it. You asked for it. You got it. Okay. Enough ranting about that. No, my chat's. Is anybody else's chat stuck? Oh, hey, a blank slate. Hey, SoFlo. Yeah, Green Goblin. It's a beautiful day down here. I'm sitting out by the pool. The sun is shining. The dog's laying out here. The cat's laying out here being good for 1 minute. My little one's actually playing with a toy, being quiet. It's good. Bummed out that I got to have surgery Wednesday morning. Yeah, that sucks. But other than that, good day. And also taking thousands of dollars. Jeremy, from what the hell's got a protection order in Ohio, but it covers him and his wife countrywide as it's stored on the database for all police departments. She's been watching them. It's taken years. Yeah. But the extreme they had to go to get that, someone like Veda and EKC and Steve are not going to get joint TROs against Katie and this woman who's not even a creator, who's just someone who sometimes is in a chats in a chat, or talks on Twitter. You know, it's mind-boggling. But I'll show you, because I had to do some redaction because I'm not showing nobody's real name, even though everybody knows what Katie's real name is, and everybody knows who Tatah is. Charlotte's last name I blacked out because I don't want to show it, but she does go by Charlotte on here. So I didn't know what else to put her under. But Taz, I've been finishing up part 2 of that stream on Maya, and I got some. I've really done some work on part 2. I've done a lot of digging, and I got some things that I was a little surprised about. But we'll be talking about that tomorrow, because I don't want to bring none of this crap into talking about this family and their tragedy. I don't. Yeah, Thanksgiving's coming up. Don't remind me. I dread it. I dread all the cooking. But then I start it and I love it, and I get crazy and overcook, and I end up feeding the neighbors over there and the neighbors over there. Yeah, because I end up going overboard. Then the second week of December, I start my baking. I bake a lot for Christmas. I bake everything. I make platters for my husband to take to work for the holidays. I do one for Thanksgiving too, but the one for Christmas is bigger and it's got a lot more on it. Thanksgiving, I just do your basic cookies and nut bread. What you want, Stinkerdoodle? Huh? Did you get a piece? Okay, you keep it in your mouth, okay, or I'm not going to let you have it no more, okay? That's the rules. You know how I feel. You know I don't even like gum. The only reason why you have it is because it was in your Halloween candy. But if it doesn't stay in your mouth, it goes in the garbage and you don't get no more. Got it? Thank you. Okay, well, you need to go in there and do what you was doing, okay? Mommy will be done in a little bit. Mommy Kathy will be done in a little bit. I don't know where you put Buzz Lightyear.
No.
Where's the bus? It's not time for Sissy to come home yet. Please do what I ask you to do. Thank you. Love you. Sorry, guys. I'm trying not to mute much because I keep forgetting to turn it back on because my thing doesn't have a light on it. And I keep forgetting to turn the mute back. So, yeah, he's my baby. I know I should mute it when we talk, but I'm not saying anything bad. And neither is he. And I wouldn't anyway. I could never say anything bad to him. Well, me telling him to go to timeout, they say that's bad. But oh, well. We had a great weekend though with the kid. The kids had a great weekend. It was beautiful out. They got to be outside all weekend. They got to ride. They were riding their bikes, their scooters, driving me crazy. Me realizing that I am really old, and they're running around shooting golf balls with the kids with a golf set and playing rings and everything. Yeah, it's a lot for me, especially with a boo boo. But just in case, I wanted to make sure I spend a lot of time with him this weekend in case I'm going to be down for a few days again. But so I wasn't even going to talk about Betty today. Today was just going to be a real short one about the Tatah and the crap and that little bit of Daisy. But I'll tell you what, I have someone came into my live the other night and said to check out these two channels um, about what's been going on about this whole thing with the stuff they've been doing to this woman on Twitter and Facebook, and about Steve's alleged swatting. Which, yeah, okay. Anyway, there's two really good videos you got to watch. I'm going to put the links to the videos. I'm not going to show them because the one's a 5-hour video. But there's just parts of it. I do have the timestamps. I'll put in the description if you want to go and just listen to a certain part of it. Cheshire, man, yeah, EKC, take a seat. Take a seat, honey. Take a seat. And sadly, she sat there and laughed just like I do when I review you, because we don't really have to do anything. You make yourself look dumb. You try to use big words to make yourself seem smart. You don't use them right. Um, and then you twist and turn everything so that EKC backpedaled on herself so many times during that live when she was trying to back up Steve, but wasn't backing up Steve. She would say he wasn't swatted. Then she would back it up and say, well, because she is not going to come out against Steve no matter what. So, but he's not going to get anything different than anybody else she talks about. She'll claim it, backpedal on it. Claim it, backpedal on it. It's just what she does. Then she confuses herself. So, and that's exactly what she did. But Cheshire calls her out good. And then the other one is Susie. I'll share it. It's this dude, and it really can break down some things about Steve if you haven't been around to know the stuff that has been going on for the last years. And I've only known about what's been going on for like 2 years, maybe 2.5. But when I came into it, they were still very much so. I went back and I continue going back to make sure it's a rabbit hole. I wish I'd have never went down, but unfortunately the rabbit hole is never ending because they just don't stop. They are now into year 5, and they don't stop. And 10 years from now, they're going to be doing the same exact thing. So I got out of that rabbit hole, but yeah, this so-called statement that Veda wrote, like I said, I swear to God, JLR and Betty helped her, because it sounds just like theirs, an autobiography, totally fictional, but it's funny. I think Nonsense read it too the other day. I'm not sure. She might have. I'm waiting on someone's getting me the rest of it and the handwritten part. And I'm anxiously waiting that, because if this part says what it says, I can imagine what the second half says. Anyway, I have no idea why StreamYard kicked me. That really bums me out. Let's see. Who should we start with? All right. We'll start with Betty. Baba, you're going to go in the house. Babalicious. Gosh darn it. No. Come here. Yeah, my dog listens as good as the kids do. See how he listens? I'm going to put him in so you guys don't get your ears blown out with him barking. Bubblicious doesn't listen to me. I'm going to do Betty's because hers is a little bit more than anybody else's. I'm going to be fast forwarding through a lot of it because I'm not going over the whole live, just the crap she says. And I believe it starts at 50, somewhere around in here. I don't want to review the whole live. Of course, she's back at her cash cow somewhere else. So, yeah, business is slow, I guess. So she had to bring back
a lot of people's ways of thinking.
All right. She has some opinions, which everybody's entitled to their own opinion about the kids stuff with the bathrooms in schools. Okay, but she's not a parent. She doesn't have kids in school. So, but anyway, I don't really have much to say about that because she's entitled to her own opinion, just like we all are, as far as that. But of course, she spread the misinformation on Summer Wells, and she makes some other statements here. Which, you know what, AMAC, good clips. There's some good things to clip that I thought about it. I suck at editing though. I've tried my hand at a couple clips. They aren't the best, but I'm gonna try. Hey, Christina. All right, this is Betty's live this morning, and like I said, I'm going to be fast forwarding through it because I don't want to play the whole thing.
It goes on to say this is a very tragic situation. He is distraught. Defense attorney Frank Quintrero Jr. Red flags. I couldn't find the red flags. I'm sure there are some here, but I just think that there was more going on in this house. Something happened, and I'm not saying that his father's not temperamental. I'm not saying that his father isn't a loose cannon. I don't know. I'm not saying he is or isn't. I have patience. Think about it. My mom and I were just having a conversation about the kids in our education system this day and age. When I went to school, our schools taught us how to drive. They taught us how to cook. They taught us how to sew clothes. They taught us how to type on a typewriter. They taught us how to fix things in shop. They taught us how to woodwork. They taught us about the law. They taught us about science. There was no arguments over.
Was I muted that whole time? I was muted. See, that's why I don't want to turn the mute button off. I don't have a light on here, and I keep forgetting that I'm muted. But anyway, the reason I didn't go over the first part of this live is because I haven't had time to go back and look into the case she's talking about, even though she made some statements already that she shouldn't have made. She doesn't know what happened, so don't put it out there. It's so simple. Zip it. But I was busy finishing up the Maya, take care of Maya stuff today. So this morning and dealing with a sick kid. So I will go look into that later, maybe today, and then I'll review that part. But I don't want to be like them. I don't want to get on here and act like I know what's going on when I have no clue. But just by the ending of what she was saying, yeah, there'll be things to point out, I'm sure.
What anatomy gets to use what bathroom? We didn't have those arguments there. If you're a boy, you go into a boy's bathroom. If you're a girl, you go into a girl's bathroom.
That's true, though.
It's not about how you feel. It's about your biology.
Okay. The only thing I'm going to agree with her in, which, yeah, I can't even believe this, but that is how it was when I went to school. You know, I'm 60, though. I'm older than her, even though I don't look it. But, yeah. See, now Why does YouTube keep kicking me? What is going on?
As to what room, what
Oh,
bathroom you go in. I'm not going to get into, how people feel about who they are as a person. That's for each individual person alone. I have, to each their own. I have nothing to do with that. The bathroom thing with the kids, it is strictly biology. If you have a penis, you need to go in the boys' bathroom. If you have a vagina, you go into a girl's bathroom. If you look like a female but have a penis, unfortunately, you belong in a male's bathroom, because young girls should not be
wait a minute,
subjected
Bubba.
to that. And if people have a
I'll
problem
let
with
you
my
in.
stance,
I'll let you
I'm
in.
sorry. It's how I feel. It's my personality. It is my opinion. It is how I think and how I function. But I also have all of our children's health in mind, not just a few.
Okay.
So
Uh, but the thing is you don't have a child in school. You don't have a child. But okay, you're entitled to your own opinion. I'm not going to knock you for your opinion because I don't think I'm supposed to have an opinion either way, being that I'm reviewing this. So I'll keep my thoughts to myself. But I do have 2 kids in school.
there's a big difference in my philosophy and how I think about it. Do I feel bad for the kids that are, like boys trapped in girls' bodies and vice versa?
What
Yes,
you
I
mean,
do. I feel
Cash?
very, very bad for that.
What you mean? This is almost over. I'm not playing a big part of her life. Don't you dare leave me. Hey, Sopa King. Hey, Skeet the Malu. Yeah, she's desperate for content. Oh, it gets worse.
And hopefully, that person has to make those decisions for that person's self, because it's a very personal decision. And they have to make a decision on how they're going to live their life. Okay? It's not for me to decide how I'm going to be. I'm going to treat a person like a person, no matter what kind of gadgets they have
Gosh
downstairs.
darn it. The
I
dog
promise
goes in
you,
the
that's something they
So the dog wants in to go in the house and bark. Gosh
have
darn
to
it.
deal with for themselves. However, I have grandchildren, and I
Oh,
don't
this
want
dog.
a girl with a penis in the bathroom with my grandchildren, my female grandchildren that have vaginas. Sorry, that's just how I feel. Maybe in adults, if that's what adults want to do, I think that's fair. Adults can share bathrooms. I have no, our children. That's where, if we want to go that realm for our adults, then we can have that conversation. But when it comes to our children, I just think we need to protect them and shelter them from that type of stuff as long as possible. That's just how I feel. Treat others based on how they treat me only. Yeah, I know. I do that, right? And people are a little highly offended. Well, you came to me with that attitude, I'm going to give it right back to you. And that's what people have a problem with me saying. Oh, we just need to prove she doesn't have thick skin. Really? You need to prove I don't have thick skin.
Okay. Is that an insult? I mean, they weren't saying that. They were asking you if you had, or telling you needed to have thick skin for what you do, because you do attack people all the time. You misinform, you lie, you cause a scene, um, you accuse people of horrific things, which you're getting ready to, miss. I don't do the drama, the no drama zone. Oh, you don't have that up no more, Betty? Okay, because you're getting ready to go at somebody. Yeah, she is ignorant, Cash. Very ignorant. I doubt they come around her. Yeah. Hey, Haley Hopes. This is just one more reason why we should have a single restrooms for all in schools. As a teacher, I can tell you nothing good happens in multi-stall restrooms. Yeah, I was in school. I know what a lot of kids did in the stalls in the restrooms and wasn't using them for the bathroom. Honestly. She does not have grandchildren in the traditional sense. No, she doesn't, and she has no kids or no grandkids, so she doesn't deal with the schools in that capacity. Yes, she goes to the local school board meetings and is a nuisance, and they'll get her like, huh, okay. But good for her that she's involved, because a lot of people that don't have kids in the school districts, they don't get involved. Um, but she wanted to try to outdo her sister, who got a job as an anchor, as a rural reporter, and she had to try to outdo that. So she decided she was going to be this political activist. Yeah, with the Proud Boys. Yeah, God, where'd that get her? Anyway, and then she decided, well, I want to do this TikTok and YouTube thing because I'm going to be the better reporter. Only she's not even a legit reporter. But yeah, smoking in the boys' room. Yep. She is a wretched puke. Yeah. Hey, Gina Marie. Yeah. I don't like, she's entitled to her opinion. Everybody is. I just don't, she's ignorant. She doesn't get it. And no matter what I say, it's not going to matter. It's really not. Um, you can't change that in people. Um, uh, hey, Heather V. Beachy. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Remy. Hey, Thor. And and that's what cracks me up is I'm a lot older than Betty. I'm 60. I just turned 60 in September. I'm, what, 15 years older than her? She's, what, 45, 44, somewhere around there? Yeah. And she's so ignorant when it comes to things, so close-minded. I don't know.
I brought this on myself because I have thick skin. I want you to go back and think about that and think how unstable and irrational that statement is. And the person that made it. And the person that made it. That sounds like somebody that's highly jealous and has emotional issues. Right? You want to punish somebody
What?
because you want to prove to them that they don't have as thick a skin as they think they do?
Okay.
That sounds
How do you get that this person is unstable and irrational from that comment? All they said was about you having thick skin and see if you had the thick skin you claim, which you're always claiming, Betty. Yeah. What's irrational is your reaction that you're having right now. You're having a fit over someone's commenting some. Why? It's not that big a deal. They said they wanted to see if you had thick skin. You'd be claiming that all the time.
sounds like some ghetto, childish ass bullshit, if you ask
Ghetto,
me.
childish.
So you know who you are that said that. As a matter of fact, you met me personally. Shame on you. And you wonder why nobody pays attention to you. You wonder why you never got that child adopted because you're
Wow.
shit.
What?
You're
All of that because the person said, I want to see if you have the thick skin you claim to have. Something to that effect. Not in those exact words, but that's exactly what they were meaning. And they met you. So that means they already know how you act, Betty. And that's why they were making that comment. And all this, you're going to go after someone adopting a child and say that? Wow, you're evil, Betty. You're evil. You're just plain evil. You get that bent out of shape over a comment like that. Well, then again, you block everybody who even disagrees a little bit with whatever you're saying about whatever story you're talking about. So it would make sense you would have a meltdown over this. Wow.
You're welcome, courtesy of the Bullhorn Betty channel.
Oh my God.
But I shouldn't get into the drama. I love it when people can talk all the smack, but when it comes hitting their door, and believe me, this will be back. This will be back on their front door before long, right? They're always taking those early victory laps. Always taking those early victory laps.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
Betty, you're not good at being underhanded, shady. You're all about the drama, Betty. You want drama. Or you wouldn't even be talking about it because you're the one talking about it. You're doing all this over a comment. That's it. Over a comment. And now you're saying you're going to come back at this person? Or you're going to send somebody back at this person?
So what do you guys think? I'm gonna read comments. Now's the perfect time for you guys to start throwing some stuff into the chat. I will open the phone lines up if you like. But what do you think would bring? What do you personally think happened in this situation? I know.
Okay. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. But guys, do me a favor. Please hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And we also have channel memberships. You can become part of Poolside. And we got bowls of good gummies. I mean, really strong good gummies. I know I make them. And the heavenly brownies. And then we got some just regular brownies. And some regular gummies. And then I got the booze gummies. And we got moonshine cherries. Just kidding.
We've all had our own experiences in life with parents. You know, some of us had amazing upbringings, amazing childhoods. Some of us did not. Some of us had, you know, it was really good when it was really good, but it was really bad when it was really bad. That's really me. You know, I had an amazing childhood until I didn't. Okay. Right? So it's, you know, sometimes it's the I can tell you, I didn't get killed. You know, we had some craziness going on, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel bad for the ones that aren't. You know, that had to suffer.
You want gummies and a brownie? You'd like my gummies. My brownies are okay. I prefer the gummies, and I like the moonshine cherries. And then I have gummy bears that I soak in vodka. You have to do it right, though, so they're not slimy and gross. It's a pain in the ass. Or you can just throw them in and get them slimy and gross, but I don't like them like that. We have poolside robes and poolside slippers with a lovely fire pit. Oh, I do have a big fire pit. My husband built a real nice fire pit out in the yard, and there's not concrete, but he built it out of rocks. It's really nice covering for the chairs and stuff. Yeah. I'll give you the regular gummies or the good gummies with the oil. I haven't made those kind of gummies in a long time. The alcohol gummies, I haven't made them in a long time. Hell, I've been bragging about drinking that shot of Fireball for 2 months now, and it's still sitting in my freezer. I'm not much of a drinker. Hey, Becca, I used to go out on the weekends when I was younger, but don't have the energy for it now. Never drank during the week though, because I had to work.
I'd like to know, you know, we did have somebody reach out on a comment saying that they were just shocked that they knew this family, I actually think they, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember what it was, but it seemed almost appreciative because I took such a mild approach to this case.
All right.
And when I take these mild approaches, it's because I really don't know which way to go. When I say, like...
Okay, then that means you don't know the facts of the case, so therefore don't talk about it. Instead of getting on here, saying a bunch of stuff that's not true, and just mucking this story up, leave it alone then. How about read the articles, watch the news reports, and then talk about it? That makes even more sense. I mean, I admit, even though all the digging I've been doing and all the videos and all the hours of court and stuff I've been watching, that my story, there's a lot. So I don't consider I know anything, but there's so much going on. Anyway, Betty, do a little bit of work. You say that's all you do all day. Well...
we're about to start talking about Summer Wells.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And when I went out there and I found out the information, you cannot change my mind. Okay, this is where we have this one. You can change my mind all day long because I don't know what happened. I'm only taking the information that law enforcement gave us, and I'm trying to make, figure out what's going on in this case.
No, you've taken what information is out there and you're spinning it and twisting it up and putting out a bunch of misinformation like you often do. But like I said, I'll research the story and then I'll review you on that. But until then, I'm not. Because then I'll be just like you.
Know something happened, but Summer Wells is much different.
Mm.
Summer Wells is much different. I know many people here have been following the Summer Wells. Many of you guys are following me as a direct result of the work that I did on the Summer Wells case.
What? No.
Summer Wells is another one of those cases that really struck.
The work? The work? The work. What work? You were a nuisance. You carried on like an idiot. You got a man fired from his job. You interfered in the case. You tainted possible witnesses. You spread around lies and misinformation. And you still are to this day. So, exactly what work? I'll wait. I'll steal Laura's term. I'll wait. Anybody know what she's talking about? Work? Because I don't know what she's talking about. Betty Spaghetti. Hi, Beer Can. Hi, Angel. Nothing pisses off a narcissist more than ignoring them and not taking their bait. Yeah. She sure tries. That knowledge gets me through watching her. Oh my gosh. Think of Brandy Neal and her utter devastation because of this creature. Yeah, Betty. Was that work? Is that what you call work? How you put that information live on your channel and you shouldn't have? Brandy had to come out and tell you what you did. And to this day, you say you did nothing. But you did. She's asked you to leave her son's case alone. Have you? No. You don't care about the victims or the victim's family. It's content for you, Betty. Nothing more, nothing less. Just content.
Accord with me. We were not going to follow this case. We were not going to get involved. And when I say we, I'm talking about JLR, Olivia, and myself, because that's who we worked with at that time. We were all, we were all independent, but we worked together as a unit. And it was an amazing experience. We were able to take all of our strengths and all of our weaknesses and really go and do some good in this case. And that's exactly what we did.
Whoa. What? What good did any of you idiots do this case? Show me one thing that was good that you did. And Molly was there, remember? Because it was you and Molly that got him fired. Oh, yeah, that's right. Olivia was there that day. And oh, yeah. So was scummy, creepy JLR. Yeah. What good did you do? You interfered in an active, ongoing investigation about a missing child. You have twisted everything that has been said to fit whatever you're talking about at the moment. You have lied. You have misinformed. You were a nuisance to the police department. Tell me what good. I really, really want an answer on what good you did. Because I haven't seen you do any good in Summer Wells, Monkey Vaughn, Quentin Simon. None. Cash Garnett, none of them. Kathleen Moore, the one you claimed that you solved that case, you didn't do shit. You didn't find her. You have nothing to do with it. I researched that case, Betty, unlike you, and I did a video about it and proved you had nothing to do with it. But okay. And I also showed what a crime sleuth you are with your planted meat cleaver that you touched, moved around, took pictures of, and then notified law enforcement. Pretty much like the water bottle fiasco, right? Which we all know that wasn't Gabby's water bottle. But okay.
Summer Wells disappeared on June 15th, 2021. It was in the afternoon after kind of this allegedly busy day. When you first heard about this story, you felt bad for the parents. Literally, maybe 24 or 48 hours. I felt bad for the parents.
24 to 48 hours, she felt bad for the parents. I don't believe she felt bad for one red second. Hey, T. Marie, don't know if I said hi, so saying hey again, just in case. Yeah. Do y'all know of any good thing they did in this case? Honestly, I don't know of anything. So if you know of something I'm not aware of, or maybe there's been so much done in the 2 years, I could have forgotten. But I don't honestly, I can't think of any good thing they did in the Summer Wells case. I can think of lots of bad and negative, but nothing positive or good. Oh, it's going to get worse, what she says here. She's going to accuse Candace of having an affair or an inappropriate relationship with that teenage boy Hunter. She's going to accuse Candace of leaving Summer at the water by herself, which I've showed before the video of the water. Summer was not alone. And Hunter's statement as to what went on, even though he's a kid and people putting stuff in him, that ended up being not reliable either, as well as their other so-called star witness. They really think the cops didn't, that law enforcement didn't talk to none of these people. Okay, most of these people were not exactly your reliable witnesses. Unfortunately, a lot of them were involved in the DRUGSs, that whole situation, and the drinking. It's and also didn't have any info to provide, but they still took it, just like they interfered and ended up giving the babysitter money in the Quentin Simon story. I'm not saying they gave her the money so she talked to them, but regardless, she talked to them and they gave her money. Molly, as a matter of fact, and Molly bragged about giving her $500. But anyway, her and Dolly have both said they immediately look at the parents whenever a child goes missing. Yes, many times. I've heard Betty say that. VHB fails to see that none of this is any of her business. Exactly. She stopped using her contouring and makeup. I know what I know what you wrote there. I just didn't say it. It's a shame it filled in those bags and minds. That's why I'm not on camera today. I didn't have. I thought I'd have time to straighten my hair and throw on a little bit of makeup, but nope, I ran out of time. Even though Total BS, according to BHB, getting Dawn fired was good because it kept the other kids from being hurt by him. That's the only thing I've heard her say outright. Oh no, she's come right out and said she's proud of getting him fired. So is Molly. You don't get a. At the time they had the kids, you just don't do that.
But then the behavior of the father, the behavior of the mother, when I started seeing them do the interviews and the words that they were saying, something was not adding up for me, because I have never heard parents talk about their missing child the way Don and Candace were talking about their missing child. And I'm telling you that even to this day, I have never heard another father go up there talk about with a straight.
Okay. First off, you've never been the parent of a missing child. Thankfully. Thankfully, you never had to go through anything like this. Also, there was circumstances. Shh. What, baby? Just made a mess in my kitchen getting a drink of water out of the fridge, didn't you? Yes, that's why you came and told Mommy, Kathy. We'll take care of it. Stay out of the kitchen, please. Oh, my Lord. Anyway, let me get back.
Straight face about how he believes his daughter is being just abused in the worst type of ways and not break down and cry. It was just appalling to me. Something was serious.
He always, I leave his cup on the table because he could just go to the refrigerator door, put the cup under the thing, and it's nice cold water. But he made a mess and he spilled it everywhere. So my guess is he was trying to give the dog a drink as well. That's usually what he's doing when that happens.
Wrong. We never got involved in this case until about 6 months after it happened, and there are reasons. It's not that we love talking about it. I know people out there would love to just fill you with a bunch of lies about why, about how being a clique and a view and stuff like that. Let me tell you, back in those days, we didn't make any money.
Betty, you made more money than you're doing now. AdSense and all them paid better back then too. A couple of years ago. It keeps getting worse. Anyway, you're lying. It was a cash cow for you guys. All of you had said it many times. It's about the money. It's about the clicks and the views for you. Because you know what? I didn't even put Summer's name in this video, in the description or anywhere. Not going to. But every video you do, you hashtag all the Idaho 4 victims. You hashtag Quentin Simon, Summer Wells, Monkey Bon. You do. Layla, you stop. Even when it's not about them. And you do clickbait with your thumbnails sometimes, but that's cool. I don't care about that. Everybody doesn't. Hell, people can even say that about mine, I guess, sometimes. Because sometimes I'll make a thumbnail, but then when I get live, we talk about something else, and then I have to go redo that thumbnail. But anyway.
We didn't make any money. We sold stuff.
Oh, you didn't make... Whoa! You didn't make any money? Oh, they didn't make any money, people. They didn't make any money. Oh, my God. Every one of them has said how Summer Wells was a cash cow for them. What do you mean? They're still making money off that poor girl. You just put yours down for a nap? Oh, I would love to. He's 5.5, thinks he doesn't have to have one. But he's homesick, so that's not a bad idea to lay him down. I might even turn the TV on, which I never do when they're laying down. But I think I might. These YouTubes. Hey, Kim. These YouTubes have done more damage than good. Amen to them. Didn't she get her subs to keep bringing the animal welfare department about the dogs on Ben Hill? Flooded their phone lines? Yes. Yes, they did do that. And they made calls as well. I'm almost 40 and I want a nap. Oh, me too. Yep, still making so much money. It's all Spanky talks about. Oh, yeah, every day. Every live. Even, and what really frustrates me to no end with him is he's hard to review because he's boring AF. I mean, he is boring. But even when he's doing his stupid satire that's not even funny, and he dresses up like, which is a shade to Dre because that's where he copied that from Dre and Vaughn's little skits. But he even does summer content when he's doing those stupid satires. It's not a freaking joke. It's a real life. There's a child missing, but they make it a joke. And he does live every day. Every day, I swear, on one of his channels about the wells.
And views and all that nonsense is BS. It's BS. I don't even know if I was even monetized at the time.
Oh, yes, you do. Shut up.
May have very well been.
Will you stop your lying? Are you really? What the hell is in that coffee pot? Betty, the way you are with money, I thought I was the cheapskate. Girlfriend, you got me beat. But don't tell me you didn't know anything. You were making, oh my God. Anybody got a shovel because the shit's getting deep?
I just don't remember.
Oh, you're a liar.
And shortly thereafter, I have no idea.
You know, that's why your head's down. That's why you're looking down and not at your camera. You know you're lying, Betty. You know the kind of money you made off Summer Wells' story.
Either way, we went out there, and one of the reasons why we didn't get involved in the case is because we were told not to get involved with the case because it was too dangerous, that this was in the backwoods of Tennessee. People shoot first, ask questions later, that they would not be too kind to the people, the kind of us, right? That we were just the worst people in the world. Well, you know what? They were all liars. The only worst person in the world was, I don't even want to say his name, the crazed lunatic that thinks he can assault women, the one that's a felon that keeps going back and forth to jail and still thinks he's somebody here on the streets of YouTube. You know, he was the only violent person there. He was the only one that we had to worry about. And he actually went from Texas to Tennessee in an effort to cause harm, which is a very, very dangerous and illegal thing to do.
You went from Florida to Tennessee to cause harm. You guys planned the shit you did. You went to their job site specifically to get them fired. You are no different.
He's saying it, by the way. But you know what? I digress. He's learning because he's been charged. I didn't have to get him put in jail. He puts himself in jail. I just have to sit back and wait, right?
You couldn't get him put in jail. That's why you didn't. Betty, you lied to the police because Dolly got arrested for assault. So you lied and said you was assaulted. Remember at the Trump rally, you lied to try to get that guy in trouble who never touched you. There is no way on God's earth that if someone touched you, you wouldn't be at the nearest mountaintop screaming it for all to hear.
Just wait for them to F up again, and they're going right back to jail. But meanwhile, the same people that are saying that we would be in jail keep going back to jail. I just find that awfully funny. Awfully funny. Either way. When we got there, one of the first things that we learned is how...
But that person going to jail has nothing to do with YouTube or YouTube antics. So, there's that. You, however, are getting ready to lose very badly in a court of law because you chose to file a frivolous lawsuit. Yeah, you did that. And you know what? I hope there is ramifications the judge can, how would I say it, see fit to put on you, other than you losing. It'd be nice if there was some criminal charges that could be thrown at you, but I don't think it will. It'd just be nice.
That property is compared to all other properties in the immediate area and all the other properties in the immediate area with little girls. Let's not forget that requirement. A little girl that's accessible, right? That's what we're looking for. That's what Don's saying. His child was kidnapped, that they scaled a freaking mountain to get to his daughter when the daughter around the corner was available in the front yard. It doesn't make sense.
Betty, does any crime ever make sense? Does any child being taken ever make sense? You're not this A1 investigator that you portray yourself to be. Half the time you don't know, have no idea what you're talking about. The other half the time, I'm not even sure what universe you're in. Okay, let's see what chat's. Hey, Literally Davis fam. She challenges other creators to work with her to find Summer. Like she doesn't get that no one wants anything to do with her. Yeah, and Betty, you're not going to find Summer. Oh, her former backers from Manatee County Republican Party no longer have anything to do with her? Interesting. Why am I not surprised? I know she thought she would work back with her. And they preferred CW over BHP. Yeah, that would be nice, Wise Angel, but I don't see that happening. But boy, that would be sweet. That would be sweet. All right, let's get back into this. What time is it?
Then you have idiots
Oh,
out there muddying up all the water. Every last one of them should be in jail, and that includes Cam and Allie. Every last one of them should be in jail, including Cam and Allie. And I stand behind that 100.
Betty, you're one of those idiots. You and your little posse, that olive oil thing, and that trash bag wearing Go Lightly, and that creepy JLR. All of you are those idiots that should have been arrested. I agree. You're right 100%. When you said you idiots mucked up the case, because you sure did. Voices behind the wall, that chair, she's prayer guard, all you all. All you. You're just like them. Old Spanky Boy, if he didn't have Summer Wells to talk about, he'd have no content. And he doesn't have content. He's regurgitating the same shit over and over again, or he'll go pick 12 words out of a story and say, well, I found these new words, and this is their meaning. And then he'll say, sinners. Satire about a missing girl is disgusting. It's disgusting to even put it together in the same live. So you are part of the idiots that mucked up the case, Betty.
100. I stand behind that.
So do I. I do 100 too. You're an idiot. You mucked up the case.
We went out there. We didn't give a rat's ass what anybody else said. We did our own thing. We went and interviewed. We would just roll up on people. We would just roll up on people and start getting out and recording people and start interviewing right there. We didn't give them a time to think that, wait a minute, we don't want to talk to you.
But you didn't have the right to do that. Who the hell do you people think you are? You're not even legit media. You're a YouTuber. That's it. You had no right to pull up on people and run up on them and demand they talk to you. Not to mention the people you were talking to. They didn't have nothing for the case anyway. You got no real factual information, Betty. You didn't. In fact, the people you try to push off as witnesses have already been discounted by law enforcement because they weren't reliable and neither was what they were saying. But keep going, Betty, because this big information you got, because you went out there and pulled up on people and ran up on them, amounted to zilch. To zilch. Just a bunch of crap. That's it. And you still had no right to do that.
We didn't do that. We wanted to know what the hell was going on and how much information can we get as quickly as possible. We learned very quickly that there was some unsavory relationship going on between Candace and Hunter. I know a lot of people.
No, you didn't. That's a lie. Stop. Where's your proof of any of this? Who did you learn this from? Her child is missing. I don't give a shit whether you like her or not, whether you think she did it or not. Her child is missing. And this is the kind of stuff you're going to get on here and spread the lies that you know are lies. And I'll re-show the video of the swimming hole if anybody needs their mind refreshed about what really happened, because it's nothing like Betty says.
People want to deny it, and I love Hunter's mom. I know people have talked down about her.
She's a liar, an unreliable source, and law enforcement has even called her out on that shit. So stop. Though that's where you get your info. Betty, you don't have no factual info. But I remember you saying a couple weeks ago in one of your lives that it's factual because you're saying it. But that doesn't mean that it came from someone that's factual, which made no sense, Betty. Just because you're saying it doesn't make it fact. But that's what you said. Then you turned around and said, but where you got the information from may not be factual. What?
People have put her through the ringers. You know, she doesn't have a lot of everything. You know?
Rightfully so. Look at what she's done. She also made her rounds on the YouTube panels. I don't know that number. I'm going to let this play in mute for a minute and answer this in case it's a school.
She's not a perfect mom. And she doesn't want to believe that Candace would hurt her son. I respect that. You know, some people just, they can't handle it. They can't handle the truth. I can tell you that under my investigation, unfortunately, it's telling an opposite story. So with that being said, you know, for the most part, they were as honest with us as possible. We were able to find a lot of information. We had all the people there. We were able to question them all at one time and decipher which statements didn't jive with the other statements. We learned that the majority of the family, Hunter's family, do believe that he and Candace had an unhealthy and unnatural relationship. I do believe that the story down at the water hole is funky. We know that the truck was there. They said, this is what was said. These are some of the discrepancies that we have. Might as well go ahead and throw these out there because people want to sit there and talk about this case and act like they know what they're talking about. Let me tell you what we found out. We were told that Candace went to the water hole, right? They went to the water hole for a few, 20, 30 minutes to wait for Grandis's prescription to be filled, and then they decided to go on the rest of their day. That is a lie. There were 2 trips to that water hole that day. 2. I spoke to the, you know where the horse stables are? I spoke to the people there. And I asked them about that day.
Betty, you don't think law enforcement, I'm sorry I had to take that call. You don't think law enforcement talked to all these people? Huh? You don't? You were 6 months or so. It had been 6 plus months since someone had been missing. You don't think all these people that were around were not interviewed? But you think you got better information than law enforcement? You got no information, Betty. So Betty actually witnessed 2 trips to the water hole, according to Betty, but there's only one. According to Betty, yeah. Her need to feel validated by multiple big words she thinks are impressive is comical at this point. Betty needs to grip her real estate taxes are due now through March. Yeah, would she like people to come yell and grip her outside her house like she does to people? I mean, that's one of the nicer things that somebody could say. She's not said something so nice. But I will refresh about the video, show the video again from the swimming hole, because I used it to call her out about her crap a couple of weeks, well, probably about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer. But she's so delusional.
And if they physically saw Summer Wells that day, and they did. So I know that and this is years ago, guys. So when the people were trying to allege that she was already dead before that date, and they wanted to crucify me over that, I knew for a fact that that was a lie because I had multiple witnesses that had put Summer Wells in that water hole that day. What we didn't know is, why did Candace leave and come back? Did she leave her daughter in the water when she left and came back?
No. Why are you saying this crap, Betty? Where's your proof of all this? Where's your proof? Because even Hunter's statement says he was there with all of them. They were there. The grandmother, Candace, him, and Summer. I know my insurance is outrageous, and we have no accidents and no tickets, ever. Hi, Nicole. Yeah, exactly. Like police didn't have GPS. And now, mind you, she's talking about this was 6+ months into the investigation that they inserted themselves. Hi, Amy. Hey, Bama. Yeah, this is disgusting. She's at the horse pond. Yeah. You know what? A lot of the people that, unfortunately, in that area were into the DRUGSs and the drinking, the whole shebang. So, yeah. And there was so much space between, so much property between the homes. They wouldn't have witnessed it anyway. And, she's talking about Hunter's mom. Go check out what law enforcement had to say. She's not reliable. And, yeah. They have mucked this case up so bad.
Up there at the horse stables, they said the car was there, or the truck was there, the white truck was there, that they got in it, it left for a little while, and it came back. So there's one that people aren't talking about, that I know for a fact without 100% down. Why? Because I took my ass out there to find the answers.
Betty, you don't know that as 100% fact. You don't. You can bet law enforcement, if that happened, knows about it. You don't know anything as fact. It's hearsay and rumors is all you're doing. And you make up a lot of stuff. You do. Over the last 2 years in this case, you've made up so much crap. Just like the affair between Candace and that teenage boy Hunter. The inappropriate relationship, you called it. You don't know it as fact. Don't say it as 100% fact because you have no idea.
To be found. I didn't speculate about them.
You did.
I didn't make them up, and I didn't pull them out of my ass.
You did.
This is really what happened.
No, it's not. Okay. Where's your proof? Because somebody that doesn't even live close enough to them to be able to tell any of this supposedly told you this. But none of this can be confirmed. But you're saying it as fact. Not very good investigative journalism there, old Bets.
Summer was unattended.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where where Candace or Hunter went, but the whole thing about them all being around the truck, that was not true. They were there.
Okay, you're a liar because Hunter, I've got Hunter's interviews. Okay. You see, the thing is, the one thing you told the truth about is you don't know. This is what you put together in your head. You and your idiot friends.
But I don't know where they were.
Exactly.
The other thing that we were told that many people are now coming out and saying is the fact that Candace left her home twice that day. She left her home twice. She told everybody when she realized Summer was gone, which we all said, why would you get in the car and drive away from the place that she was last seen? It doesn't make sense.
You're making it sound like she left Summer home twice that day. Number one, she took Summer with her. Number two, Betty, until you're in that position where you can't find your kid, you don't know how you're going to react. Maybe she thought getting in that vehicle and driving down the road, if that's what she did, would help her get to Summer faster. She probably thought Summer was just around the property playing. But until you're in that position, that's a good pause. That is a good pause. I'll make a good thumbnail. I gotta take a picture of that. Okay. Sorry guys, I had to get a picture of that one. She, using her logic, then Dawn and Candace should be in jail because she has said they murmured Summer. She is so stupid, it's almost dangerous. Yeah, according to her, they should be. Because according to her, they did do it. She was probably looking for dumb arts. Exactly, she was, I wonder how old her DUIs are. I'm trying to remember the date of that DUI. I think it's at least 10 years old, maybe. I'll have to look. I don't remember the exact date. By no means do I like or support the Wells, but BHB is out of line. Exactly. I don't, their child's missing. That's it. Other than that, no. Were they parents of the year? God, no. Did they have problems? Oh, hell yeah. The left side of her mouth will hang down. They came here and made a mockery of that case, and now she's trying to do the same with the Layla case. Exactly. According to a lot of us, Betty should be locked up for interfering in her. Oh, they went beyond. I don't understand how in the Wells case and in the Quentin Simons case, they weren't charged with interference. I don't. Ellie, especially in Summer Wells case, I mean, they would have people calling fake tips and everything. They did so much.
Everything with this case doesn't make sense. Why? Because the parents are guilty as hell. We're 2 years in this investigation.
And where is your proof that the parents are guilty as hell, as you said it? Where's your proof? Because law enforcement would love to charge somebody. And I'm sure if they had evidence against Dawn or Candace, they would have long been arrested. So where's your evidence? And why haven't you given it to law enforcement since you have so much insider info and you know so much is fact? I'm this big investigative reporter. I got questions for you.
Parents have not been cleared.
They've not been charged. So there's that. But I know how it goes in your book. You're guilty until proven innocent. They could find Summer tomorrow and you'd still blame the parents, Betty. You blamed them from the get-go. That was your shtick. That's what you guys ran with to make your money.
First person that they are going to be clearing, if you watch any forensic file, Files, if you watch any detective shows, if you have any brain cells.
You have no brain cells because it's not like a TV show, Betty. It's real life. It's not a TV show. It doesn't work so quickly. It doesn't work out perfect like it does on the TV shows, Betty. Pause game on point again.
Yes, I mean that because I know the people that come here have brain cells. So I'm not talking to you.
No, they don't.
But the people that don't have brain cells, and there's a plethora of them on here.
Oh, she got a new word. Plethora. She got a new word. Look out. She's going to use it a lot. Betty. And this is just my opinion. And this is all just my opinion. But anybody that comes into your chat and pays you to listen to you, they don't have a plethora of brain cells. They really don't. Just saying. But, that is just my opinion.
Oh, this is where I was. As a matter of fact, here's a message from Bullhorn Betty, literally at the water hole and at the horse stables. Here it is. This is taken right there.
Andrea, aka Bullhorn Betty here. Look what I found. It looks like a lot of people on YouTube. Right here. Right here. This is a real ass right here.
You shouldn't be showing yourself to everybody, Betty. It's not becoming. We know what you look like. We know you're one of the big arses of the YouTube streets. We know that. And this is her looking for a missing child. That's her working.
Like many people on YouTube. All you need to do
Okay.
is show an asshole a little.
You're talking about a missing child, and instead of showing some footage about her, you're showing footage, of course, about you talking about yourself and showing off your twin. It's all about you, Betty.
Love. Right? Right? Tell him. What you need to do? What you need to do? Huh? What you need to do? Oh, too many assholes on YouTube. Say it.
Look, you're afraid to even touch that animal.
Say there's just too many people.
Oh, there you go.
On YouTube that look like you, huh?
Just like you, Bets. Your twin.
So the next time you want to be an ass, maybe you should come out here and hang out with the ass. Just saying. You want to be a jackass? There's your brother.
No, that's your twin. But Betty, you're supposed to be working a case about a missing child. But it's not about content for you.
Yeah. Bullhorn Betty style.
Just saying. I mean, it is relevant. That was Summer Wells' first year milestone of her disappearance. Out there at that very spot where Summer Wells was at, where a lot of the information is derived from. Because we hear Hunter go on and saying about how he was down there, he's looking, Summer. When did he do that? He said he was at the truck. We determined he was not. Another thing that we found out, and this is starting to come out, again, called liars, had people telling me I'm the worst person in the world because I'm just a liar. Remember, all I know how to do is lie, right?
Right.
I'm the liar.
Right.
No. The people misrepresenting this case to you that had you go to your wallet and go and pay Don and Candace money.
Huh?
Shame on them. And shame on you, for a matter of fact. I hope you guys are coming over to Bullhorn Betty's side, because we're not going to ask you to support monsters on our channel.
No, you just ask him to support the biggest monster. You and Molly and Justin and Dolly and JLR and the rest of you all. What are you talking about? You're jealous because you can't get Dawn and Candace on your channel. Do I think they need to get off YouTube? Hell yeah. Will they? Hell no. But, wow. She's mad because no one's giving her the money. She wants people to come over there and give her the money. That donkey didn't like her. Yeah, no. The horse turned away. Yeah. Hey, Scorpio Sting. I hope it just stop by saying I can't stay long. I'm waiting to hear from all. Scorpio Sting. Sending prayers that you have a good day. Really am.
We're going to use common sense to say, hey, even if we don't know, it's a possibility this could be a monster. We cannot financially support them. Let's sit back and wait until we learn a little more information. These other channels didn't do that. They were too busy pointing the finger and calling me a liar and lying directly to your face for profit.
That's exactly. Are you doing your Sunday of self-reflection on Monday morning? Because that's exactly what you've done. You've got on here and you've lied and you misrepresented this whole case for money, for views. You know, your content, Miss Content Creator. You guys are the only ones getting on here lying to people. The rest of us, we stick with what the reports state. We don't put in paragraphs that don't belong. We don't put in rumors and lies. You guys do that. I'm telling you. Did you not go live Sunday? Is that why you're doing your self-reflection on Monday morning?
To your face for profit.
Just like you do.
You know what it is?
No.
I told everybody, and you can go back to all of my videos from 2 years ago, by the way, 2 years ago, while everybody else is changing their stance, like your crazy Cher and all those other stupid people out there, right? Now they're on the bandwagon of saying, oh, Don, but when you were asking your entire audience to fund him and his drugs and his abuse toward his own children, you're okay with that for money.
Who was asking people to do that? Look how mad you are because you're not getting that money. That's what it's all about for you. The money. I don't remember anybody saying, hey, give Dawn and Candace money so they can abuse their children and partake in DRUGSs. I just don't. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. I think all the clip channels would have had that though. But you're right about that, Cher. She's just like you. You're disgusting. And you need to shut up and leave this case alone. All of y'all.
But now you're dogging him for money?
Hey, Virgo.
That's the problem. Don Wells, I told you guys 2 years ago, I confirmed, went to work that morning. I also maintained this entire time that Don Wells left his work between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, and I cannot confirm.
You know what? That's a good question, Sophie King. Does anyone know if that church knows that such a bucket mouth witch is restreaming them? I doubt they know that. Does she restream them? I hear people say it, but I've never seen it. I don't go to her though, so.
Confirm that he came back to work. And I further stated that with
you can't confirm anything. That's just it. You don't have no confirmation of anything. Because it's not your business. You're not law enforcement. You're not even the real media. And law enforcement doesn't have to give you no details, but you can bet they know where Dawn was. You can bet they know exact times. But they're not going to tell you because it's not none of your business. So because you're not being told, you're making facts up. Got it.
Statement of saying that Don called, finding out where Candace was and when she was going to be home, and the fact that he had his sons. When she pulled up and her sons were at home, i.e., that meant Don came home. and nobody wanted to believe me. All a lie. But let crazy share. The flip-flopper, the one that has just had her hand out, has done shit for Summer Wells or this case, except sit there with her hands out making money off the
Dawn
back.
did come home when Candace notified him about Summer. What about it?
This little girl, with all of her BS, her nonsense, all of her lies, and everybody just forgets the 2 years of her peddling lies to her own audience for profit. Now she's the flip side, right? Now it's, Dawn.
Wait a minute. That's exactly what you've done, Betty. You have done nothing but lie in this case. You have made up scenarios that didn't even happen in this case. Again, it's self-reflection Monday morning.
Dawn did it. Yeah, he did it when I was doing it. He did it when you criticized me for profit. He did it while you were calling me a liar for profit. And now all of a sudden you say it and everybody's supposed to believe it.
I don't believe anything she says any more than I believe anything you say.
I said it first, bitch.
No, oh my God, she said it first. She was the first one to money grab on it, bitch. Are you kidding me? Wow. Betty, you really need to get over yourself. Yeah, really, really, because you're in your own way. You're proud that you put out misinformation and lies and rumors, aren't you? You're proud that you spread that crap. You said it first. She does feel joy from being angry. I totally agree with that.
It's so funny. People can call me a liar until the proof is in the pudding. And then what do you got? Just what do you have? We went out there to do this job for this young.
You weren't out there doing no job. You don't work for nobody. You were out there being a freaking nuisance. That's all. A heckler, a nuisance. I know the mother of the little girl they recorded at church was made aware but declined to press charges. I think the video has been removed, but I remember seeing it myself. Oh, ouch. Wow. Yeah, I'm not going to use her name because I don't want her to strike me. So we'll use the bullhorn or old Bets. She's using this case for another grift and trip to Tennessee. Yeah, because she's got one coming up, Amy. You're so right. She's got one coming up. She has no proof. She has no proof of anything. But because she says it, it's factual. And she says 100%, she's lying. Because she don't know 100%.
Girl, we did it. We knew what happened. We came back and told you all. Now that everybody's starting to catch up 2 years later.
Excuse me.
Now you understand why you come to the Bullhorn Betty channel to get your information when I have my boots on the ground.
Huh?
Why? Because you'll get the correct information 2 years before. That's why.
What?
That's why people come to this channel.
What did you just say? They come to this channel to laugh at you, to hate watch you. Most of your audience is hate watching you, Betty, waiting for you to do stupid shit like this. You are not factual. You are never factual. I call you out, and I'm not even that into true crime. But I've called you out because I took the time to look up what you were saying and know you were wrong. Remember about this? The bags found with the body parts and the bodies found at the campsite. Yeah, remember that, Betty? Those two different stories, how you mucked them up? I do. Called you out for it. You are 95% wrong all the time. You don't give facts, Betty. And people don't come, and Lord help them if they come to you for any kind of factual information on a case. Lord help them.
It's not because they got my back 100%. It's not because I'm the sweetest person in the on the streets of YouTube. Right?
Oh Lord.
It's not because I'm just raining money to all of my people out here, right? Some people come here and literally watch me and just like, I can't stand her.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people.
She's got the information.
No, you don't.
And it's so funny. And even these haters, they'll go like, I didn't hear anything about that.
Betty, no. Haters. I don't even know who the hater is. I don't hate you. But you don't have information, Betty. You have the same information that the rest of us have. The difference is we take the time to actually read the news articles. We take the time to actually watch and listen to the news videos. So, yeah. I did plug in my device. Oh, don't tell me that's happening again. No, it's plugged in. I'm going to unplug this though. Okay, there. No, it's plugged in. Don't even start with me, computer. Alright. I'm sorry, but she's the last person I'm going to go to for any factual information. Like I said, we take the time to read the stuff. She's projecting her feelings of insecurity and anger onto others, and it's obvious. Yes. Remember the name she put out as being responsible for Brian Koberger was arrested? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Halloween, baby. Hey, I think she expected Queeby to offer her a big payout to her to drop the suit. It didn't work that way, so now she's back to grifting. Oh, yeah. She thought it was going to be another quick little, couple dollar settlement. That's exactly what she thought. I keep hitting send before I complete the sentence, but you got the gist. Yeah, I do that all the time. This is ridiculous. She's actually sitting here describing all her own activity, but of course putting it on everybody else, just like the rest of the group does.
And then a week or two later, we're like, well, sorry you heard it from me. Just because you didn't hear it from mainstream media doesn't mean it didn't happen. This is the way of social media.
Yeah, it does. And I don't listen to everything mainstream media says either, but they're more reliable than you are. I would not listen to nothing take anything you say as fact. Sorry. That's just me, my opinion.
This is, I'm glad that like Brian Enton and other people.
Brian Enton can't stand you.
Vincent, what is it? Vinnie Politan?
Vinnie Politan.
They're on social media.
They don't like you. They stay as far away from you as they can. Brian Enton even said he wants no parts of you. You're infatuated with him. And you take credit for his career. But you can't do your own. Okay. What are you doing, dude?
These are those rhombohedron crystals in your pineal gland. When those
and think about that and think how unstable and irrational that statement is.
Okay, we were the
person that made it.
Somehow it went back again. I'm telling you. It is glitching back here today. All right.
Needs to be a lot of people in place to carry this out. But if you truly want to help that too.
I think I went too far. All right.
Because I'm the sweetest person on the streets of YouTube, right?
No, you're not.
It's not because I'm just raining money to all of my people out here, right? Some people come here and literally watch me and just like, I can't stand her. She's got the news. She's got the information. And it's so funny. And even these haters, they'll go like, I didn't hear anything about that. And then a week or two later, we're like, well, sorry you heard it from me. Just because you didn't hear it from mainstream media doesn't mean it didn't happen. This is the wave of social media. This is, I'm glad that like Brian Enton and other people like Vincent, what is it? Vinnie Politan? I'm glad they're on social media. That's one hurdle that they don't have to worry about. All these small outfits, all these small news organizations, they're screwed. They're screwed because your news, I hate to break it to you, it's not going to be coming from ABC and another local ABC in another couple of years. You're going to be getting it from your local YouTuber.
No, we won't.
Right?
But see, the difference between them and you is they're actually credentialed, legit reporters that have YouTube channels. They actually work for legit news agencies. Where's your resume? Oh, I'll wait. You don't have one.
We're going to be the new sector of news.
No, you're not.
And people don't believe it. People are sitting there saying there's no way. There's no way.
There is no way on earth you are ever going to become a reliable news source because you refuse. You don't see anything wrong with passing out misinformation and outright lying about cases. You don't have a problem with it, but other people do. You will never be a legit source. Period. At least in my book.
Call me a liar. I'll see
You
you in a couple
are.
of years, babe.
No, you
See you
won't.
in a couple of years. So Summer Wells,
Oh my
we've
God.
caught her mom and dad lying. We've
Okay.
caught her mom and dad not searching for her. We've caught her mom and dad not participating in
That's
any
a fact.
event
We're
related
screwed.
to Summer Wells. We have watched her parents talk about other missing children, but not their.
Hey, Petunia. I'm not going to say nothing about the Wells, but I'm going to say you haven't proven anything about the Wells. You haven't. Not one thing. You've not shown any evidence, any factual info, nothing. But, okay.
Their own daughter. We have we've heard them talk about how everybody else in their life has done them wrong, but they are this moniker of truth and love. And what?
Wait a minute. Isn't that what you just said here, basically, and said about yourself? Is that it's everybody else, not you, that you're the factual, truthful one? I'm telling you, this is, she switched her Sundays of self-reflection to Monday morning soul searching. The only soul searching she did was preaching about herself. Are you kidding me?
Good parents should be.
Mm-hmm.
We've watched with our own eyes. Now, granted, if you guys want to be delusional and don't want to see the forest for the trees, that is your right.
Okay.
That really is your right. Nobody should deter you. If you think that this family is just being picked on, that I just don't like them, that I just want to hurt them, that law enforcement, Hawkins County is just out to get these parents, that they are so special, that they should have all this attention, and everybody's being so unfair to this family. It's everybody else. Everybody else. It's not them. You have a right to choose that. You have a right to believe that. Nobody has a right. I mean, if you want to change your mind.
Said everybody has a right to their own thoughts, but in the very beginning of that statement, you said you're delusional. But then you're telling them they have a right. Now, the delusional one is you. Because you have no evidence. You have no proof that the Wells did anything. You don't. Sadly, neither does law enforcement. And you guys have interfered so much in this case that you actually were a detriment to this case. You guys, I truly believe that you guys hurt this case.
Change your mind. If you don't. But you ain't changing mine. Because I actually, and I don't care, there's only a few of us. There's only a few of us that have earned the right to discuss this case. I'm sorry. Everybody will, and I can't take their right away. But if you didn't get off your ass and even go and look at where she was abducted from, you have no business.
Okay, number one, you don't have the right to do what you did. None of you do. That's where you're mistaken. You didn't go as soon as Summer went missing. You didn't pack up and run down there within a 24-hour window. It was 6+ months into her being missing before you idiots went down there to carry on. You didn't go there to search for that little girl. Why would you wait 6.5 months to go search for her? The same thing you've done in other cases, way after the fact. How long was Layla missing before you inserted yourself and turned it into a drama fest? You didn't help. You didn't do a damn thing but hurt the whole situation. Don't pat yourself on the back, because you don't deserve one. Smack in the head, but not a pat on the back. Help.
Talking to your audience about what happened to that little girl, because you are spreading misinformation.
I should have saved the universe thumbnail for. Are you kidding me? I believe you've entered the 4th dimension, maybe the 5th dimension, because you really believe this crap, don't you? You have lied about this case and spread rumors and misinformation since the day you got involved in this story. Do you got a mirror that you're staring at? Is that it? You're looking into a mirror?
You. Every time you talk and open your mouth about something you have no clue about, there's only a few of us that have an opportunity and the right to really speak about this case with authority and facts. And those are the people that actually went and got those facts. There's only a few of us. Justice for All, Marissa, JLR, Olivia. We have Stitten Has the Soup, Smiley, Don B. I mean, these are people that actually got off their ass and went out there and looked into this case. And while none of us really get along and really care about, we're not buddy-buddy, Trevor, thank you. While we're not buddy-buddy,
wow,
we all come to the same conclusion. So every person that gets off their ass and goes out and does the job, we all come to the same conclusion.
What job? You got off your ass and went and acted like a freaking idiot. You were a goddamn nuisance. You got a man fired from his job. Congratulations. Yeah, mucked up the case so bad that law enforcement couldn't even continue interviews. You have lied. You have spread misinformation. Hell, you've right out spread rumors. This is all the things you've done in this case, Betty. No one else. You guys. I like the donkey, though. Yeah, donkey was better looking. Her smugness, yeah. Calm down. I am calm, Cash. She just pisses me off for about a second, and then I let it go.
Conclusion. But you got the armchair detectives. They're telling you for them. Give them thousands upon thousands to crackheads and alcoholics.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, they can't afford, with the thousands of dollars that you're putting in their pocket, they can't afford their $10 a month child support payment. You need to pay that too.
Betty, you are so jealous that money's not going into your pocket. You don't know how much money they've gotten. You have no clue. Do you know for a fact they're smoking crack? Can you prove that? I'm just asking. Because you know what? It's sad that they don't have the finances to sue your ass. Because if I had it, honestly, I would pay the attorney for them to go after you guys. I would. Someone needs to shut you up. Let me win the lottery tonight. The Wells will have a good attorney coming after you and Justin and Cher and Prager, all of you. Molly, all of you.
You need to pay that too.
Okay.
But they want their children back.
Betty, what are you talking about? Really, none of your business whatever he's doing with the state as far as paying child support. It's not your business. Them getting their kids back or wanting their kids back, again, not your damn business. You are irrelevant in the whole situation. What you think and say don't matter. You're just a YouTuber. You're not credentialed media. You're not an investigator. You're just a YouTuber who lies and spreads misinformation and grips off the backs of these children. You exploit the hell out of these stories, just like you're exploiting this one. All for money and for views, for content. Everything you've said in this video is your autobiography, your self-reflection. Because like normal, you blame it on everybody else.
They want their children back so much. They refuse to go to alcohol treatment. They refuse to go to parenting classes. They refuse to get sober. And here's the kicker.
Okay.
And they refuse to pay the $10 child support monthly payment.
Okay. And you have concrete proof of all this, not just hearsay, not just your misinformation. Because I could have swore I heard not too long ago that they did complete the parenting classes. I could be wrong. But Betty, you're making all these accusations. Where's the proof of all this? Where is the physical proof of any of this? Because had they done all that, there would be proof. But see, you can't get that proof because it's a DCF case. And you will never get the DCF records because it's about minor children. Those will never be released. So you don't have no clue what the hell you're talking about because DCF records are not released to the public. And I know that I can 100% say that's a fact, being a foster parent. You're not getting those records. Oh, she's giving herself a hand, everybody.
People on YouTube are idiots.
Class action, yep.
The shares out there are con artists. They have flip-flopped you guys from one side to the other.
In a class action, you can have as many plaintiffs as you want. How many could do? Oh, there's so many that could defamation lawsuits against her. Oh, hell yeah. Receipts, she doesn't have any.
To get your money, and you know
I just speechless.
You watch how she was before bringing him up. She wasn't calling law enforcement. She wasn't helping law enforcement. You know who did that? We did that. We spent over 4 hours, documented by the way, because we recorded it, right? There's no dispute. We spent time with the detectives for Summer Wells that we handed over information we found to those law enforcement. What has Cher done?
Betty, you didn't find any pertinent information. In fact, law enforcement told you guys to stay the hell out of it. Leave them alone. Quit the constant calling. Quit having people calling frivolous tips. Why don't you tell the truth, Betty? Tell the truth. Law enforcement, from the get-go, called you a nuisance. Because you are. It was nothing but content for you. Had you give two shits about that little girl missing, you would have went immediately, not 6.5 months later. But okay, Betty.
What has she done? What has Cam really done?
Done. What exactly have you done? What did you do that actually helped this case? What? Because everything I've seen, you were a hindrance. But that's just my opinion. And law enforcement.
And everybody is still, and this is what pisses me off and why I am running this story about Summer Wells today, is because none of these damn people that are covering her case give a shit about her. Because I have put out there, we can help this case if somebody would pick up the phone. I am not reaching out to all of these creators that have been making bank off Summer Wells' back. If you truly want to help her, I am still waiting for the first person to send me an email to find out how we can get this case out of Hawkins County and into the state of Tennessee so we can get this case closed.
Betty, how are you going to get declared? Oh, she wants Summer declared deceased. That's what Betty wants. She stated that before in her lives. In fact, I think I even have it on my channel somewhere. She thinks, and who the hell are you? You can't get the case moved to the state. You're nobody in this case, Betty. You're not a relative. You're not law enforcement. You're not even close to being janky media. You're a YouTuber. That's it. You can't do shit. We all know you want the case closed, Betty. You've said it many times. You want her declared and you want the case closed. Thank God that's not your business and you have nothing to do with that whole situation. Quit acting like there's something you can do because there's nothing you can do. And no reputable creator would work with trash like you. At least in my opinion. Keep waiting for that phone call.
You know what they do? Tonight at 5 o'clock, we're going to be discussing the Summer Wells case. We're not going to discuss how we can help her. We all know Dawn and Candace did it, so how many more times are you going to put that on your show? That Candace and Dawn are responsible. No shit!
Okay, where's your proof? Again, where's your receipts? Where is your hardcore proof that they are responsible? And why are you talking about Justin? Because you know Justin does a live every day about Summer. Every day. For the last, 9 months. He hasn't stopped, non-stop, saying shit over and over again. Lying, misinforming, spreading rumors. Yeah. Twisting everything up to fit whatever he's talking about that day. Just like you do. None of you have any facts. Where's your proof they did this? Or they had anything to do with it? I want the proof. How long are we going to be waiting?
What are you going to do about it? Because I've been saying that song and dance 2 years ago, and if you're just now catching up, who the hell needs to be watching you? That's all I'm saying. If you guys want meaningful resolution for Summer Wells, let's get together and do it. But those content creators...
What meaningful thing can you do, Betty? What can you do? You can't do a damn thing, Betty. You have nothing to do with the case. You can't get it moved. And like I said, no reputable creator is going to work with the likes of you. And that's, you want somebody with a big channel to come to you. Not going to happen. At least I hope it don't. If so, they're digging their own grave. But you're not going to get Summer declared. You're not going to get the case transferred to the state because you're irrelevant. What you think and want don't mean shit in this case or any case. Thank God. I think I hear the bus stop.
Need to reach out to me. Because I have been strategizing on this for 2 years. While they've been over there talking about the same shit, I've been sitting here trying to figure out how we can really truly get help for Summer Wells. So if somebody's up for that, then you guys need to reach out to me. Because I'm telling you, it is a coordinated effort. It needs to be a lot of people in place to carry this out. But if you truly want to help.
Betty, you can't carry anything out. You've been strategizing for 2 years. Strategizing on how to lie and misinform and twist everything up to suit your narrative. You can't. Symphony, come here. Symphony.
There is a path forward. And it's not talking about the same song and dance we've been talking about for the last 2 years. Dawn and Candace did something to that little girl. I don't care whether you believe it or not. It's not my problem. It's not my problem whether you believe the truth or not. Common sense should be telling you. Common sense. The first telltale sign that should be ringing true in everybody's brain is the fact that they haven't been cleared after 2 freaking years. That is your first clue. First. So I get a little passionate when it comes to Summer Wells. I'm sure people are going to...
Not be your first freaking clue. that it's been 2 years and they haven't been charged? Because law enforcement, the people that arrest people for crimes, don't have evidence to charge them, you idiot, and neither do you. So you can't sit there and say for a fact, they're behind it. You don't know, Betty. You don't know. All you want is that little girl declared so you could have bigger content. That's what you want. You're sick because that's not giving two shits about this child. All you care about is yourself. Her being declared would give you just so much content. You could really go hard then on them. It's all about you, Betty. It's all about you. A person can be missing and become a cold case without declaring. Exactly. People don't go to jail because you think you got common sense. Yeah. Couldn't give a donkey's arse what she looks like. It is her. Hi, Tia. Oh, I love that name. I seen that. After I seen that she was live, I haven't checked her community post in probably a month. So I went and I looked. I could not. I'm sorry. I'm not putting a picture of what I look like when I get out of bed, my hair not combed and shit. But see, that's just me. I mean, it's okay. It's cool. That's what she wants to do. What do you want, stinker? Sissy, come here. She's. I wonder if she's got a test she don't want to show me in her backpack. She believes her own lies, and that's when it becomes dangerous. Yeah. I know people think that, JLR and all them, oh, well, he's just creepy, but he's harmless. No, I don't believe that. I believe that maybe in the beginning, Betty wasn't. But I do believe at this point, she's stagnant. I mean, she's got way more subs than I do, of course. A lot of inactive subs. But, I'm a tiny channel, and she gets better views because she has more subs. But that's fine. I'll get there. But she stays stagnant. And what's weird is she'll lose 100 subs, and then within minutes, those exact 100 subs are right back. Yeah, okay, no, that don't happen that quick, especially with her. But she's to the point now where you can stay out here for a minute. She's spinning her wheels, and she's not going anywhere. That's why she tried to reinvent her TikTok, even after being chased off there by people that had enough of her over there. She tried the cooking thing. She's stuck. When people like her who are so delusional that they actually believe the crap they're putting out and think that they're doing awesome things when they go act like idiots in front of people's homes and get people fired from their jobs and gripped off the backs of children, attack families and victims, they get dangerous. Because in my opinion, if it came down to it, there is nothing, I don't think, that would stop these two if the opportunity arose. And I believe Creepy JLR the same way. If the opportunity arose for them to be some big part of a case, be it if they had to grab a witness or just, and this is just my opinion now, but you know what I mean, to take part in something to make them a big part of that case, even if it is illegal, I believe they would. To get that content, to get that, because that would be the viral thing, that would be, they would do it. They'd do it hands down. And that's why I don't trust them, because he's creepy. And if he doesn't hesitate to look in people's windows and film, trespass on private property and look in windows and record, you don't think that if there was some way he could either get a confession out of someone or get a witness I'm just saying. I think that there's lines they would cross. I really, and that's just my opinion.
What? The 11th is on Saturday. Tomorrow's the 7th.
Shh.
Oh my God, who heard that he was raging? Yeah. You know what? I was raging. I was raging for a little girl's case that hasn't been solved while everybody is still bleeding the life out of her. She got no life left. But these hyenas, whatever's left on the carcass, let's nibble it off.
That's really nice writing.
Meanwhile, doing absolutely nothing.
That's really, really nice
Summer
writing.
Wells. You guys want to help Summer Wells? We'll start making.
Wow, good
That's
math.
what you need. I trust our ability to get shit done. I don't trust anybody's ability that
Oh,
wants to
you-
sit at home and do
You
absolutely
didn't get rid of
nothing
it? Is this a different one?
We do that from here. And how many times have we found multiple mistakes?
Something on it.
So they're peddling information that's not, they don't even know it's not true because they just refuse to get off their butts and do it. I'm sorry. Little rock.
It's okay. With a smiley.
Okay.
Good job,
Woo! It's
princess.
hot. Getting hot in here. So dig up all your clothes. I'm not a rapper. I'm more of a country singer, right? I'm more of a country singer. I'm not a rapper. I'm kind of like Leanna Rhymes, right? Leanna Rhymes. Blue, oh, so lonesome for you. Why can't you be blue over me? Little fun, right? That's my voice. And I love that song. What is the other one? I can do a lot. As long as it's, I don't know. I can do a lot. Of R&B. I can do. I'm just not a rapper. I can't do rap. I can do country and I can do R&B. That's it. You know what? I'm trying. Hey, one day you never know. I might be able to do the Whitney Houston rendition of our national anthem. When I get there, I'm singing.
No,
okay?
Betty, please don't sing for us. Please don't sing no more for us. And you don't have the name right. It's Leanne Rhymes. You have the name wrong, by the way. Make her stop singing. Oh, I'd love to. I'm going to head over and sub up. You go ahead. Good for her. She needs one. Her projection is 100. Yep. Hi, babe. That's all right. People by now I hope get it. Half the time, the stuff I put in comments, I have to redo because it don't make sense because my iPad puts what the hell it wants to put. It does never put what I type. My phone does that now too. I don't know what the hell's going on. But when I'm on my phone, I can't see shit. It's so tiny. So I mess up bad. And I'm always misspelling stuff. I'm always having to apologize to people and always having to re-put stuff in there. People are like, huh? What'd you mean? I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. When did Betty do this live? This morning. I hope she's done singing. Oh, great. My neighbor's home. My neighbor's, he's 30. He's young, got his own business, really good looking, newly single. I need to find him a date. He's really good looking, and he has some really good looking friends. Yeah. And he don't mind a little older woman. Not 30 years older, but I'm married, so. Baba! Oh, sorry about my dog. I'm going to get him in the house. I'll play this one and get him in the house. Why won't that close?
Quit my day job and I'm going into singing.
You don't have a day job.
Right? 3 o'clock in the morning. Here I am. Okay, I'm going to stop. Probably off key. I need my thing. No, I should stop. I got nothing better to do over here, right? I got nothing better to do over here except bitch about Summer Wells, right? And the idiots. Like, and I want to make sure that like the people that were out there with me, they know I'm not calling them idiots. Like, I doubt Justice for All is like, why is Betty being mean to me? He's probably sitting over there. Yeah, Betty's right. Yeah, yep, right.
So
because he knows I'm not talking about him. Why?
But you are talking about him because he does Summer Wells content every day. So now you're a comedian and not a singer. She trying to be funny?
Because he was right there by my side. You guys don't realize.
But you just slammed him because he's doing exactly what you said here that everybody else is doing that you're actually doing. And that's exactly what he's doing as well. You don't have facts, but you state things as fact. Stay out of this story. How's that? Why don't y'all find some new content, especially Spanky? It's actually creepy how much summer content he does.
Into Summer Wells. And you know what? I don't know if I'll ever put that much work into another case like that again. We were totally brutalized because...
You put work into it? You were brutalized? You were brutalized. Wow.
peddle lies while we were trying to peddle the truth.
What?
And that's what we're up against here because evil trumps good on YouTube. People.
Whoa. Yeah, what? You were brutalized because you tried to tell the truth? When? Where? I've not seen it. Could have missed it though, because it could be so tiny that little minute, I probably missed it. But I'll wait for you to show that minute clip. You're right about the evil on YouTube. Because, lady, you're right up there in the top. So you're right about that. So I guess you are right about something. There's your minute thing that you're right about.
People are in for the clicks. They don't care about the information or whether it's true or not.
You sure don't. Thank you for saying that about yourself. Thank you. Because you sure don't give two shits. As long as it gets you that $1 or that like, get you content. Because you push the same content on TikTok, then you bring your TikTok back over to YouTube, push it on YouTube. What happened to you going to Kick? Did nobody follow you over there? That didn't work out for you? Are you going to go to Rumble? You could. Bye. Don't let the door hit you on your ass on the way out, But I guess Kick didn't work for you? Okay. But thank you for saying that about yourself. I appreciate you, Betty.
Sit here and say, oh, Betty's lying because she said that he was at the Army Reserves instead of the National Reserves. Yeah, that was insignificant. I was talking about the man on a run. The fact that he probably...
It's not the National Reserves. It's the National Guard. And it is different from the Army Reserves. And you were wrong. You were wrong. And it doesn't matter because to you, it's all about the details. But you are often wrong on your details, Betty. You get called out a lot because of it with the correct details. Just letting you know that. And please don't give legal advice to anybody. Because if they look at your lawsuit, girl, do you know what you did? You sent in evidence to prove you did the shit. That's how stupid you are when it comes to filing that kind of stuff. I'm not saying you're stupid in general. I'm saying about filing, trying to be a lawyer. Because I have the comment where you said you were a lawyer. You were never a lawyer. But you did say that and was in Berto's chat. I have a screenshot of that comment, by the way, where you told these people you were a lawyer. For 10 years, you were a defense attorney. But you weren't, never, ever a defense attorney or any kind of attorney. And you never worked in that legal realm. And you didn't. Your so-called legal experience was making false W-2s, falsifying mortgage documents for fraudulent mortgages, Betty. That's what you did. And it's proven. It's proven. It's not gossip. It's factual. See, I can be factual. You can't. And everybody's seen the receipts, and I will be more than happy to show them receipts again. Can you? Can you show any receipts? That's right. You are the receipt. Isn't that what you said? Well, girlfriend, you're not a good one.
Is somewhere near his car. I could give two craps what rank or what entity he is in military. The bottom line is he's military. That's the point. But it's just the stupidness, the pettiness. And here we go again. And it's like, I keep coming on here and everybody's just blowing up thousands and thousands of views over Summer Wells saying the same exact.
So it's stupid pettiness when you're calling Georgia the country instead of Georgia the state? Okay. You don't think those facts kind of matter in a case? Yeah. Just, I'm asking. You're the one who's so detail oriented. But, okay. No, sir, Dallas. No running. No. No running, sir. You're going to get a boo-boo. No boo-boos. Thank you. Running around the coffee table so he can fall and crack his head open. Nope. Nope, not happening today.
Crap over and over again, and nobody's even caring about trying to really help. So you guys, I'm going to put it on your shoulders.
Be quiet.
You guys need to go find the good. And I don't need, there's content creators that don't go out in the field. Like JS for Justice. At least she takes her time and really thoroughly looks at her cases.
Betty, the thing is, come on. Come on now. You got to be a little bit honest here. It's not that you're going out in the so-called field to do anything more than record some content for your YouTube and TikTok channels. If you cared about these missing people, these missing children, Layla, you wouldn't have waited so long. You'd have been there, boom, bang, bam, as soon as it all happened. You went because it was content for others and you wanted a piece of that pie. That's the honest to God's truth. And you know it. At least be honest about that. You can't even be honest about how much money you made. And we all know you did because y'all bragged about it. Your buddies bragged about it. Y'all said that's your cash cow.
But even like JS for Justice, she doesn't really go out, but we could use her help and getting campaigns done and stuff like that.
For what?
So go out there to your creators and the ones that truly want to help, the ones that are here to make an impact and help these cases, not just for the clicks and views, not just for their cash apps on misrepresented, conning you guys out of money right before Christmas. I'm talking about legit help, like
Oh my God, there it is. There's the kickoff of the grift. What the hell do you think you're doing? What? Mommy, Kathy is live.
Charles is dead. Completely dead.
We're live. It's so hard at home when my husband's not home, especially getting home from school. And they take advantage because they know I'm live. But, oh my God, Betty, what are you going to get done? What is it you really think you can get done and you can accomplish? You, somewhere in your twisted little mind, you really think that you can get Summer's case put into the state for the state to take control and declare her so you could have more content. That's not going to happen. Not for you. And not because of anything you do.
The stuff that I'm asking you guys to do is going to cost you your time. I'm not even asking for $1. I'm curious what other creator can say that, right? What other creator can say that? I don't even want you guys giving.
You're not asking for $1? Then why is your pay banners running across your channel? Why is your Cash App and PayPal's and stuff in your chat? Why isn't your monetization turned off? This is all grift for you. It's all about the grift. And you said it. I was waiting for you to say the Christmas script. And it has kicked off for you. Because don't you have a trip coming up where you need money for? Yeah. Another supposed search. There's no reason for you to go search. There really isn't. It's content. It's a money grab. That's it. Sadly, Layla's mother doesn't see that. And I get why she don't. She just wants her daughter found. And I know there's questions there too about all that, but I'm not going there. You're going to grift off this case because you need money for your trips and the holidays. That's the honest truth.
A dime. Not one red cent. I just want your time and effort. Who can say that? Who can say that? Go out there, find some creators, tell them that we are trying to get some stuff going. We really want to help Summer Wells' case. We're tired of it being on our rosters. We want her case moving forward. We want her, I'm going to say her parents, but we want whoever did this to her behind bars. And if that's what it's going to take, me saying whoever it is and letting you guys figure it out that it's the parents, I think that, okay. All right.
Betty, you have no proof it was the parents. There's nothing you or any of your little crummy buddies can do. Except muck up the case even more if that's possible. And I'm sure you'll find a way to do it. Oh my Lord, let me see what chat's saying. Hey, Lisa. No, I asked her. She said it's not about the money. If it wasn't about the money, then why is her pay links scrolling across her screen? Why are they in her chat? And why isn't her monetization turned off? I would like to know the plan besides poolside. Hey, we can. The kids don't know it, but I'm using my YouTube money to get them a trampoline. I have half of it already. I'm hoping to have the other half. I found a really good deal on a trampoline, and they want one so bad. So, and it has the netting and everything around it. So, we could play on their trampoline. We could play golf. We could play miniature golf. We can play throw the tragedy pimp darts, you know. Betty can be the ringer, you know. We could ring her. Yeah. Oh, Cash, thank you. I'm a grifter. I suck at it, though. Mallory told me I suck at it. She said I don't know how to ask for money. She said she'd teach me, though. I don't think she lost. No, she didn't lose monetization. No. No, I was just asking her why she didn't turn all off that and turn off her banner if it wasn't about money. It is very much about money for her. It's all about money and views. Yeah, she made a big deal today about donating. Excuse me, sorry. This fluid is messing with me bad. I don't think my lungs are in any shape to be put back under. Hey, piglets and backflips. But this fluid built right back up again, and it's getting really big again, so they're not going to drain it no more. They're taking me back to the operating room. She still does not understand how a swear jar works. Yeah, she claims. Now, wait a minute. She claimed this morning that money was for Layla, right? But go back about a week. Betty took the money out of the swear jar and spent it for her personal use. Oh, yes, she did. And she even said it on her live. Mallory Hustle Williams, she said, I don't know how to do it. And she's right. But she said I needed some lessons and she could teach me. Because we all know she's a pro. Hey, Lav. Hey, Okie. All right. Ooh.
Whatever.
Whatever.
That truly believe that these people couldn't hurt their daughter are in for a rude awakening at some point. Because I stand behind my work and I know my work was legit and I know how much work was in it and I know how much due diligence we did. This is when we were young. We were literally cross-reference. We were like over cross-referencing. Like we were so scared to make a mistake in a Summer Wells case. Like we did more work than was required to make sure that we were on point with everything with that case. On point with everything. And we still have the idiots saying, oh no, you're a liar. The parents didn't do it. Here's their Cash App. Go give them money. Oh no. I mean, give me the money on my Cash App and I will give them the money. Let's not forget those. You send me the money and I'll make sure Don and Candace get the money. Right?
That's pretty much what your buddy Molly did with the Vaughn and Dre story. Oh, super chat me or PayPal me or Cash App me and I'll make sure that it gets there. Oh, yeah, okay. Betty, you're just jealous because you're not getting that money. You have no way of knowing how much money they got. I don't understand why people would do it, but it's not my money and I don't have a right to tell them what to do with it. Just like I don't have the right to tell people not to give you money for your lies because you lie and say it's for a case and then you go to a Trump rally, which I don't give a shit that you go to a Trump rally, each to his own. You like who you like. But at least be honest with the people that give you the money on what you're doing with it. When you say that it is for one thing and then you use it for something completely different and then just to try to make it look good, you try to squeeze in this story, which you did a bad job of. Anyway, to try to make it seem like you weren't doing anything wrong because you got called out for using the money your subs gave you for the trip that you didn't go on. You had no intentions on going on. You knew from the get-go you was going to a Trump rally. And it's not the first time you've done it. But okay. I don't understand why people would. I don't know. Oh my God. What? I don't want to say your name. But thank you so much for the Cash App. And yes, it will go towards the trampoline. Thank you so much. And Cash, thank you too. They don't know. But what my husband's going to have to do Christmas Eve is he's got some spotlights, battery or electric spotlights, he can just plug in. And him and the neighbor are going to be out back here putting it together with spotlights after dark so the kids don't see. Because it's going to make it look like Santa dropped it off his sleigh. And I'm going to put a big bow on it. They are going to love it. They love a trampoline. They have no clue. I found a really good deal on one on Amazon too, with the 2-year service warranty too. I was like, yo, good. Yeah, they're gonna love it. My neighbor, we've been neighbors for 17 years. We've been friends. She's raising her grandson. She's a foster mom. She adopted all 8 of her foster kids and then had 2 natural children. They're always down there playing next door, playing on the trampoline. They will play on it for hours and they have no clue. And my husband will stay out there all night if he has to make sure it's together for them for the morning. Because it's just to see their faces.
At 50 cents on the dollar. I can't. It's too exhausting. It's becoming too exhausting to be on here. All right, guys. There's my. We had fun at the beginning. We kind of got a little, and then I kind of got a little, over the Summer Wells case. God. And it's just like I'm going to tell you guys this. This is what's going to end up happening. Okay. And I'm going to tell you because I don't lie.
You don't lie?
I lie. I've never come after somebody without them knowing I'm going after them because I'm not a sneaky bitch.
What? You don't lie. You've never came after someone without letting them know because you're not a sneaky witch. That's all a lie. You are constantly doing things behind the scenes to people. Is she for real? Betty, really, what is in that coffee pot? I might want some of that someday. I might be having a day where I just need some of your delusional tea there. And you seem to be having a blast with it. And you really believe in this crap, aren't you? But okay. So tell us what's going to happen now.
Use my language. I know they're pastors. Sorry, I cussed a few times. I'm just trying to raise money. I'm trying to raise money for Jen Santinello. So forgive my cussing. If anybody wants to donate to our swear jar for all of my cussing, please consider doing so. Every single penny that says it's for the cuss jar or swear jar will 100% of the proceeds will go in here. When this is full, whatever is in here, we're sending to Jennifer Santinello, whatever's in here. So if you guys want to participate in the swear jar, please consider doing so. And I'd like these, if you want to do it, you can do it. I'd like it to be public because I'd like it, I know we kind of hit.
I have a question. I have a legitimate, serious question. About a week ago, you were on one of your lives. I don't care. You don't have to eat candy. Wow. My daughter just came to me and is eating a pack of Reese's Pieces and just wanted to know if she could save half the pack for tomorrow. Now, what kid wants to quit eating candy that's allowed to eat candy? I'm telling you, I got great kids. No, sir. Go in there. I don't allow them a lot of candy, but, Halloween candy will last forever. They got so damn much of it. Question, Bets. A legitimate real question. About a week ago, you showed that swear jar, and you showed that it was empty. And you stated, and I will bring out that clip just so you can't say anything. You stated you had to use that money that was already in the jar. Did you replace that? Did you put it back? And if so, where's your proof? But I have proof of you saying you used the money. Now, I don't know if these are donations you're getting or if you're the one putting the money in the jar. I don't think it really matters because you're saying that that's to go to Jennifer, the fund for Layla. So did you replace the money you personally took out and used because you said you had to use the cash for, I think it was your lawn guy. Somebody was there cutting your grass or something and you needed to pay him? Yeah, see, I remember the details. It was on your own live, Betty, that you said it. Huh? I just a legit question. Was the money put back?
Here, because, for example, they take 30%. So if for any reason we get say $1, right? So 70 cents actually will go into the swear jar. But the reason why I want you guys to do it through cash.
What? I don't want to say your name, but oh my God. Thank you so much for the Cash App. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Wow. Kids, your trampoline's going to be. Wow. You guys are amazing. You're going to make me cry.
Through our, through our whatever's on here, however you pay on YouTube, whatever it is, super chats, super stickers, there we go. I'd like it to be public because we're trying to bring awareness to the swear jar as well. We want other creators to reach out to Sonia and get this and start using it to collect money to help with Layla Santinello. And so if you guys can consider contributing, this is going to be one of those things where we're going to keep record of it. And once this thing, and it's got to be full, once it's full, we're going to take everything out of here. We'll catch it live. And we're going to send Jennifer Santinello whatever's in here. So we'll send whatever's in there. So if you want to participate in the cuss jar, swear jar, whatever it is, please consider doing so. If you're a content creator and you think this is a great job, please reach out to our beloved Sonia and see how you can work on doing something similar. Oh, thank you. So we already finally read this out. Have cash.
It's a good kind of cry, though. I know you're kidding, Laugh. She posted a receipt on her community page, whatever that's worth, just like the receipts for. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about them flyers that she didn't pay for? She's taking beer can. Oh my gosh, thank you. You know what? I'm going to play it. I got to play it for you guys. I'll just edit it out. Every time I do a copyright and I claim it, or I fight it, I win it, but it takes. Okay. Oh, now what'd you do? Why does it always do that? Thank you guys, but Beer Can, thank you so much. Okay, why won't you play now? Now you're yes, dear.
I really wish I would have 8 pieces. I want a gummy now.
No.
Okay, so $5, and then I will put that in there. It won't be the total $5, be less 30%, but that's not me, that's YouTube. But thank you for bringing awareness to this. So I'd really like to. Oh, is it 45? I think mine's 30. I don't know. I haven't signed a new one yet. I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly, Juma. Exactly, Jen. You're gonna get $30 in chains. Great job, Eddie. Why wasn't it just exactly? Why wasn't it just no? You're trying to climb the poles and stuff. Oh my God, kids, you gotta love them. What else can you do with them? Why wasn't it just um a jar made with her name correct? But wouldn't it have been easier to just, she was having everybody give $1 at least to the reward fund, um, but it didn't grow. Anyway, there was too many PayPal accounts going on. It was crazy. But yeah, I need to see proof. Buy a toilet. Oh, they both got fixed this weekend. I got to buy a garbage disposal. That couldn't be fixed. It shot. He tried everything. It shot. So I felt bad because it was his weekend off, and there was so much, and he didn't even get to everything that needed fixed. And he wanted to start his Christmas decorations, but yeah, he's going to be busy. I need a handyman. My husband works too much. But he has to. These kids are outrageous. It's outrageous to raise kids today. It was so much cheaper when my son was their age. It was so much cheaper.
I don't know. Either way, I'll figure it out. But all
You'll
proceeds will
figure
be
it
going
out.
into the jar. Oh, thank you. I'll put that in the jar as well. So thank you. Getting back to Summer Wells, this is just, I guess I'm just upset. I go on here and like even the lab. I love the lab. I think the lab is good. He was really connected with Chris McDonough, which is another great person that gets off his butt, goes out there and really looks at these cases. And so it's always nice to hear both of their perspectives. They're who I consider, well, obviously Chris McDonough, he's ultra legit. But the lab, we didn't really know him and too much until he came on and started working with Chris McDonough and building his channel and stuff like that.
Okay. Are any of you familiar with Chris McDonough? Your husband sounds like a great guy. Yeah, he's a pain in my ass too, but after 42 years, I have to keep him. No, thank God he can fix things around the house. Because otherwise, Lisa, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll do it again. But yeah, thank God he's handy and can fix stuff. It just sucks. The garbage disposal is only a couple years old. Alrighty. Okay, let's get back to Bets. She's about done here. Because I checked with Home Depot just to try to give my husband a break, or I even checked with the local handyman service. It costs more for them to put it in than the actual garbage disposal cost. I think the unit was on sale for like $100. They wanted just as much to put it in it, but I think it was actually a little bit more. I'm like, my husband said, "Shh, I'll throw it in before I go to work tomorrow." I'm like, cool, because here, if you don't, you're your sink won't drain. Gma, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You guys are going to make me cry. Mm, I'll play it again. Why won't you stay loaded? I don't understand. Can you believe that 10 seconds YouTube strikes me for? And it's their music. It's off YouTube Shorts. I made a YouTube short. And I always have to fill out a dispute and wait 30 days for them to drop it because they always drop it. Not today. Today I'll just mute it. I'm not even playing. I'm done with it. I'll make another one. It wasn't that good a one anyway. It was my first go at it. So
Poppy, something's wrong with the fish tank. It's going blink off on.
yeah, I got to change the batteries, honey. Mommy will take care of it. What is going on with this? Okay, shut the door, please. Oh, they're talking about their fish tank. All right, let's finish
I
up,
like
Betty.
the lab, and I like the lab's demeanor. I don't see, he's just a kind of tell it like it is kind of
Chris
guy.
did some messed up shit in the Summerwell's case, though, with the Summerwell story. If I remember correctly. Can you make an Amazon wish list? So is that what to send gifts? Yeah, a couple people have asked me, and I actually did it, but now I want to. Am I supposed? I want to put choices on there, but I don't want to seem like I'm putting a ton of stuff on there. And I've never made one, so I made one. I'll post it, but it's a hot mess. But it's coming from me. The lab. Did anyone see the phone call between a detective and DW? Very sus. I thought it was. I thought it was very sus. I don't watch them or Chris. I'm gonna be honest. I don't, and that's just my opinion. But I seen enough of what they did with Summer Wells to teach me. No, yeah, no. I was, yeah, and that's who she is. Her credible people. Makes all sense now. Makes all sense now.
I love that. I don't understand why they don't, they can do it. They just don't like the way I say things. So they hate me because they don't, that stuff isn't true just because I talk loud, right? Everybody with disabilities are allowed to have their disabilities, but I'm not allowed to have mine.
You talking loud is a disability? What? People don't like you because you talk loud? Betty, talking loud isn't a disability. Okay? And that's not the reason people don't like you. You talking loud has nothing to do with my feelings for you. Believe that. But it's also not a disability. Are you kidding me? It's your demeanor. It's you. It's your personality. That's just who you are. And that's okay. Maybe that is a disability, being who you are. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm deaf.
Uh-oh. I think I hear a kid crying.
I don't know how to make people understand that. I have hearing impairment. I should be wearing hearing aids. I cannot hear out of this ear at all. I'm 100% deaf in this ear. When you're on this side of me, I can't hear anything you're saying, especially in a crowded room. You could be talking to me. I have pissed so many people off. They were having conversations with me, and they just thought I was the meanest person because I wouldn't even say hi to them. I didn't even know they were saying hi to me because I couldn't hear them. It's something I've had to deal with my entire life. It is my disability. It doesn't make me stupid. It just makes me be like everybody else. Like, I can't hear. So when you can't hear your entire life, your voice just learns to be loud. It just wants to be like, oh, thank you. So we got $25 raised on this show right here. Congratulations. All right, $25 for Jen Santinelli. That's how we do it. And this will be good. This is going to go to a good cause. We know she's struggling. We know that, this has not been good. We know other girls are missing from the area. It's just, it's starting to become a little too much. And I know that we need to get back out there and just start, we haven't really gone into We still haven't gone into where we need to go.
My one fell off the bed because he was in there jumping on the bed, and he hurt his belly, and he was crying. Then I had to yell at the dog. What? Yes, I would like you to pick up your toys out of the living room, please. Did you tear your room up too? If you got toys out, please put them back.
I still playing.
Not in the living room. You have a playroom. Not my living room. You got a million toys out there. Okay? Thank you. Yes, you can leave them out. Sit right there and play. Oh, you always win. Oh, I always give in. I'm
Still
such a
have
pushover.
somebody eyeball to eyeball. And I'm sorry. This is just there's just a lot of unanswered questions for me. And I think the help still needs to be there, especially now that we know that there's other girls. Do you think they might have learning disability? If you're talking about Dawn and Candace, yeah, they're both of them aren't right. Oh, the swear jar. Look at that, $45. Let me put that down. All right, guys. Awesome. $45. We have already raised this live for Jen Santinello. Thank you, guys. God bless you. God bless you.
Okay. I want receipts when that money gets transferred because I haven't seen any receipt where you put money back you took out to pay your grass cutting guy. Betty, you are no one to say if Dawn and Candace have any kind of disabilities. Then again, you just said you talking about being you is a disability. So, hey, I'm going.
God bless you. I love that. I love that. I think there's definitely something wrong. I've seen both of them. I've spoke to Candace and Dawn. I can tell you, Candace, there's something definitely wrong,
I hope.
with her, mentally wrong with her. Like she's not, she's.
I like this one. Sooner than later, she will lose her disability payment from the state of Florida. I will submit the screenshot to the SS office, just like I did with the fraudulent FEMA submission on her roof. Oops. Ouch. Well, people that fraud the system like that piss me off. Because there's people that have to fight to get it. And then their lawyer takes a chunk. And then, it's like, I think they even quit paying the back money. But there's people that have to fight years to get it, who are truly disabled. I'm not a doctor. I did work in the medical field. I am a medic. I was a nurse. But I still am not a doctor. But I can tell you, the way I've seen her carry on and run around, that woman can work. That woman can work. My husband, all the people that he's a supervisor over, they're all disabled. They have different, varying disabilities. And then people go to work every day. Every day.
She's had some. You can tell she's not there. Education wise, you can tell that she's devoid of a good education, good wholesome education, or things just weren't retained. You can clearly see it in the way her mannerisms, how she speaks, her speech patterns, the choice of words she used. She's very highly uneducated. Don Wells, equally uneducated, but he carries himself much better. He's got street smarts. He is a master manipulator. He's a conniver, and he's cunning. And I said, and this is what I said from the beginning. Remember, guys, if you've been with me since Summer Wells, I told everybody. Everybody kept calling Don Wells stupid.
Okay, Betty, you've called them stupid. You said that they're mentally handicapped. I'm using nicer words than you have. But now you're saying that he's all this smart and did all this stuff. Oh my God, Betty, you've talked to the man a couple times. You don't know them. You don't know the Wells. You don't. You think you do, but you don't.
Remember that? How stupid he was and all this stuff. And I kept saying, everybody, you guys are underestimating that man. I was the only one that said everybody was underestimating.
You rode the train.
I said, that man is a very...
You rode the train. You said they had learning disabilities. You said they were just stupid, backwards, poor people. Yeah.
Very smart man. Book smart, not at all. Street smart, absolutely. That man is a master criminal.
He's a master.
He's a master criminal, and he's got more.
Betty, you have a lot of charges as well. He hasn't done 20, 30 years in prison at one stretch. Betty. Like you say, just because you're arrested for it don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing. You could be considered a master criminal with all your charges, you know, just saying. You want to compare rap sheets? How many times you've been arrested?
Experience being a criminal than he does being a drywaller. Just to put it in perspective for those in the back.
Okay.
He's very smart when it comes to crime.
Okay.
He's been in and out of prison. He has been institutionalized.
Okay.
These are the cases that we tell you. This is why we don't like people being a revolving door in and out of jail. They come in for stealing a candy bar and leave being a bank robber.
Okay.
It's only a step up when you go to prison. It's no longer rehabilitation. If it once was, it was long before I was ever born. I don't see it being rehabilitation. I see it being a way to be around more people with more skilled craft and trade and learning more skilled craft and trade. These people should not be together. They should not. If this is what I have a problem with. There's a reason why when you're put on probation and sent out from jail and into our environment that you're not supposed to be associating with criminals, right? You're not supposed to be around felons, right? Why? But somehow, so that's when you get out of prison, right? But the entire time you're in prison, you can only associate with felons and misdemeanor people.
Yeah, if she has.
But somehow, just the minute that door opens.
Yeah, she said. I remember watching her saying about how bad her back is, but then earlier, just a couple of minutes ago, she said her disability is her being loud, her being her. So I guess that's a disability too.
You're not supposed to talk to anyone. Your last 5 to 10 years of your life is just over. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't.
Betty, because guess what? You keep saying when someone brings up your past that it's the past, they let it go. 2017 wasn't too long ago, baby. Oh, you're past, Betty. Isn't that far past? Yours can't be brought up, but everybody else's can? Okay.
I don't know. I digress. All right, guys, it's been a wonderful day. You guys know I'm going to be, so tomorrow's going to be a little weird. Let me tell you about this right now. I know my schedule's a little crazy. I've been completely slammed.
Every day is weird.
Scheduling conflicts. We'll just leave it at that. I'm leaving tomorrow to go down south. We're covering several cases down south. We're covering the 13-year-old boy that stabbed his mother. We're covering the father that shot his son. We're covering.
What are you covering? What is there to go on site and cover, Betty? What is it? You're going to show where they lived? What? There's nothing for you to go and show. Leave these people alone. That's the best thing you can do. You have no business going to these places. You don't. And for what purpose? Other than to grift off the backs of these tragedies. That's all you're going for. You're not going because you care. Why are you going in now? What is the purpose of going in front of their home? Money and views. Aren't you supposed to be doing another search for Layla? Which I don't even understand that either. You were already so late to that game, it wasn't funny like you often are.
3 other cases. I'm not sure what order they're going to be in, but there's a $800,000 jewelry heist that was done by a mom and her son. that I'll be covering. And then this is an older case. It's a 2022 case. But it was the sheer magnitude of the case. Just recently, the family of a suspect just won, or they settled in a suit with.
It was a 2022 case, and it was a case of magnitude, according to what you just said. But you're just now going to talk about it. Why are you going and interfering about a robbery? Are you really desperate for content? Is that it? Is that why you're bringing up the Summer Wells and stuff again? Huh? Got to get that Christmas script on.
The Hialeah Police Department. So apparently there was a suspect, and I'm assuming that he either waved a weapon. I can't remember right off the top of my head, or if it was the car. I keep thinking it was the car or something like that. Like he was gunning the car at these officers, and they just opened fire on him.
So my guess is she's not going to commit. Hey, Bumpy. Hey, Denise. She's not going to commit and say, well, I'm definitely doing this one. I'm definitely doing that one. I'm definitely doing this one, because she's waiting to see how much money she gets to go do this. There's no reason for her to go to any of these scenes. None. None whatsoever. If there was a need for a real journalist to be there, they'd be there. They did their thing. Of course, she's late to the game with everything. And I don't get where she thinks that going and showing, oh, well, they lived here, or they shopped here, or they walked up this street. So what? So what? See, I don't find that kind of content interesting. I just don't. They're way after the fact. And they don't tell the truth about anything. So you can't believe what they tell you anyway.
Shoot him 122 times. Not that they were not justified in the shooting. It's just the magnitude of the amount of bullets.
Okay.
And the family was
You're talking about shooting somebody 122 times. And I don't know about this story, so I'm not going to comment much. But you're saying it was justified? Why would you need to shoot somebody 122 times? I just think that's a little overkill. I don't know. I'll look into that one too before I can come back at you, because I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what I don't know, like you do.
To the police department because of that factor. I'm sure there's other factors. I didn't read the whole entire case, but they settled for $500,000.
So there you go. You didn't read it, Betty. You didn't read the whole entire case. You didn't read any of it but the big bold print on the headline. That's as far as you go. The case is over. They've settled the civil trial. They settled the civil case. So why now are you inserting yourself? The case had to have been, like you said, back in 2022, and now you're going to insert yourself? Lord, I hope they know what's coming.
Which means that this was just we don't want to fight with the family, because $500,000, when you get shot 122 times, it's worth more than $500,000, in my opinion, right? If it was not justified, it'd be in the millions. Let's be honest. So $500,000 tells you kind of where they feel this case is. But at the end of the day, I think that was overkill. Like even if you're scared half to death, you're a law enforcement. You're trained to be scared half to death and not unleashed like that. And I think it was just the sheer magnitude of the amount of bullets. So that's one of the ones that I wanted to look into, because it was, it's interesting. Like, how do you get 122 bullets fired? This is such an extreme situation. It's just the curiosity part of me that just wants to know what happened. 122 bullets. Like, bullets ain't cheap. Okay. Right? And I'm a community activist, right? So I'm one of those nickel people.
Did she really say that?
What's costing, and how much did you just
Oh my
spend of our
God.
taxpayer money? Right?
Is she really serious? Bullets aren't cheap. Oh my Lord. This was a political activist. Kathy using her kid's trampoline to grip, bet she will spend it on illicit things. Yeah, the trampoline. That's about as illicit as I get.
Not the 122 bullets that went into the guy. No, I'm just joking. I need to stop there. probably destroy me on YouTube for that. I'm just playing. This is this happened in 2022. It's not like it's a recent thing, but I don't know what the situation was there, but it's so overboard that it's like really hard not to at least peek under the hood. Like, what the heck happened here, right? And then there's so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that one because of the age, but I think I am going to probably dip my toes into that case just a little bit. But the other case was, did you guys hear? I think we covered it just like in one of our morning, how we take our first hour to talk about all the other cases, and then last
You
hour.
need a timeout. Yeah, I've known about that, Tazzy. She's bragged about that. She's even bragged about the amount she gets and how she lives off of it. Stay home and follow the outcome like everybody else. Yeah, I don't understand what. Are you timing out, Tazzy Cash? Are you two playing? I don't understand how she gets it. Oh, you timed out, Tazzy? I don't think I can reverse it, can I? That's all right. It happens, Taz. It was an accident. I think Cash got you for real because that's Cash. It's actually a compliment of Cash times you out. And Lap did it by accident. Sorry, Tazzy.
Why we're here. Well, that first hour we talked about, at least I think I brought it up. We had so many cases that were hitting all at once. I didn't know if I brought it up, but it was of an abduction of the wrong person. And these guys look like mafia people, and there was like three big dudes, like dudes. Like,
what do mafia people look like?
They kidnap this guy, and then realize they grabbed the wrong guy.
Hey, what do mafia people look like? I'm curious to see what you say. What do they look like? My husband comes from a Sicilian family. There's some wild Italians. So tell me what mafia guys look like, because I can tell you. Bet you can't tell me, though.
This is a real day. Like, this just happened within the last month story. I'm not lying. Like, this is so bizarre. It's made for movies. They grabbed the wrong guy. No pain, no gain. And anybody watch that movie with Mark Wahlberg, that really crazy movie with Dwayne Johnson and Mark Wahlberg?
Actually, it was made into a movie about the wrong person being grabbed, you dumbass. But again, I'll go back to it. My husband's family, his grandparents came over from Sicily. They couldn't speak any English. Still couldn't speak any English to the day they passed away. Grandma was so tiny and so cute. So, again, Betty, tell me what mafia guys look like. And guess what? I could honestly tell you if you're wrong or not. And then, like you, I got proof. I know who my husband's family was.
All messed up on drugs, and they're going in for the heist and stuff. This is kind of what I see this whole entire, like Dumb and Dumber pulling off a kidnapping. Like, this is kind of where I'm going with the comedy hour on this crime story, because I have never heard anything like this. You just go scoop the wrong guy off the streets and beat the crap out of him and waterboard him, and then boom, you're you're gonna ask for ransom? What? So, needless to say, all those bozos got arrested and are behind bars. But it's a crazy story, and it's a crazy story that happened in 2023, of course. So,
okay,
I'm thinking that.
But these stories are old well, not even old in 2023, but even in 2022. But these cases are over with. So why are you now sticking your nose into any of it? See, you're not sure where you're going because you don't know what the budget's going to be yet. Miss, I budget for everything. And what else do you have up your sleeve? Is there a Trump rally or something going on anywhere where she's going? Something tells me there's going to be some kind of political rally going on somewhere. That's why she's mentioning all these cases. But yeah, no.
As my cases while I'm down there, I'm planning on taking a 2 or 3 day trip down there. I'm going to be going by the Amelia Earhart Museum.
Okay. You're going to be sightseeing and going over all these cases you just mentioned and searching for Layla in 2 to 3 days? And you're Superwoman, aren't you? Yeah.
Mansion, just a real tour of the community there, you know, and just seeing what we can. But I've got an idea on the cases we're going to be covering there.
An idea.
Most likely, depending on the level of media out in my.
Okay, there is no level of media, Betty. These stories have been long past that. They're all settled, cases settled. It's all past that. So, in other words, you're going on another, like you let slip last time, vacation. Because you said you were on vacay when you were supposed to be there working cases, but you really weren't working cases. That's going to be another one of those. You're going to sightsee and to know the town. What does that have to do with the case? You sightseeing at museums and stuff has nothing to do with the case. You're going on another little excursion, courtesy of your subscribers.
Miami-Dade when I get there.
Damn, I don't want to travel. I just want trampoline.
To cover Dave and Eric's case.
What do you want?
And depending on how the media is all set up and where I can set
Yeah,
up, I may just
almost
go live
done.
right from out there.
I'm almost done. I got like
once I get into the community, I got to make some phone calls and get everything set up with law enforcement in those areas, and then I think I'll be good. I should be good. So we'll see. But that's going to be tomorrow. So how tomorrow's going to look is I'm going to try. Don't hold me on this. I know we're just trying to get back to our schedule, but I may not be able to go live in the morning. If I'm up and I've got a good, even if it's a half an hour show, I will come live, but it'll be very early. So it'll be like around 6 o'clock, 7, but I've got to be shut down on my morning live at 8 o'clock. So if I'm not here at 8 a.m., we're not having a live. Tomorrow, if I don't go live in the morning on my drive, if I can, I've got my hotspot box. I may just hotspot some stuff up so I can go live as we're driving. We'll see how it all works out. I don't know.
And I was muted again. Darn it, Betty. It's not that big a deal if you don't go live. It's okay. People aren't going to fall apart because you don't go live for one day. And you always go live when you're driving. So there's that. But don't sweat it, Bets. It's not that big of an issue.
Issues behind the scenes, and I'm trying to get those resolved as quickly as possible, but it's really causing a lot of heartburn in my world. It's causing me I just need to resolve these technical issues I have, and they're really bad technical issues. So hopefully
what's the matter, Betty? You know that lawyer filed for dismissal, and most likely it will be granted. Betty, you're not a lawyer. You're not experienced enough in the legal field to even fight that. You've already made a joke out of yourself. Betty, you're stressed about it, and you should be, because you're going to be owing some legal fees.
We'll get everything up and running and not have any issues over the next few days, but I'm going to be down south. I'm going to be in Miami for the next 3 days covering a bunch of cases. So
now you're going to be in, wait a minute, you're going to be in Miami instead of Tennessee? Well, guess what's going on in Miami? Yeah, we all know who's there. And we all know there's rallies going on. Busted. You're not going to cover cases, Betty. That's why you talked about all these older cases that have already been closed out, settled, civil cases settled, all that, because the information's already right there, and you can make it look like you're doing something when you're not, because you're really going down there to go to your rallies. That's the truth. You forget I live in Florida, just a couple hours from you. I know what's going on.
Okay, right? We've been waiting for a while.
So then are you driving to Tennessee to do your thing down there? But I will bet money that were you heading to Miami tomorrow is for a political rally.
Have cases now, granted, these aren't cases that are like, jaw dropping.
Alice, thank you,
Miss Robin. God bless you.
Thank you, Alice.
Okay. Perfect, guys. Perfect. Thank you, Miss Robin. Thank you for all that participated. And I promise. And you know what? Actually, this is what my
She just gave me $50 to go on this.
your
She just gave me $50 to go to a political rally. Okay, I'm changing it to political rallies. No, I'm kidding.
contributions into
I'm not into politics.
the jar. I think that's the easiest way to do it. You know, my contribution,
Because in my opinion, there is no good politician.
square jar will be whatever
Excuse me.
commission, you know, whatever YouTube takes out of your money. That'll be my contribution to the jar. It'll be easier for me to tally it up. I don't have to worry about percentages and things like that. And that'll be my contribution to the square jar. So we'll do that. We'll keep everything, whatever you guys contribute, we'll give that 100%. So for example,
you got $50 for the swear jar?
I'm just going to throw $50 into the customer.
Well,
And,
can I do $50 worth of swearing then? Since you just got $50 for the swear jar? Betty, you're a dumb son of a bitch. You don't know the law. Quit acting like you do. You're making an arse out of yourself in court. You're all stressed about it. That's evident. And don't lie to people. Tell them you're going to a Trump rally or a political rally, whatever you want to call it.
We all know that YouTube takes money out. I don't know if it's 45% or 35%. I really don't care. This is for a good cause. So we all need to participate. We all should participate. We all need to participate. Better participate. Give me your money. No, I'm just joking. We're not paid channels over here. Sorry. But we'll give 100%. So $49.99, $50 is going to go into that cuss jar. I'm not going to worry about the percentage. Whatever over and above that is going to be my portion of that. So there we go. Got to play it. We got to play it.
Okay.
So just to give you guys some ideas.
And I'm going to need to see receipts for all that. Because I also want to see receipt that proof that you put that money back that you took out to pay your lawn guy for cutting your grass. But okay. If you say so, good for you. It's nice of you to raise money for someone. It really is. Providing that's where it goes.
It looks like we have, let me just go over here to the other side just so we have a good number for everybody. Look at the activity. Give me just a second. It's taking a minute. It's taking a minute.
Are you done?
All right. Oh, wow. We got some membership. So Michelle Lynn, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Cynthia, she has a birthday. Oh my goodness. Happy birthday to you. You happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy bullhorn party. Happy birthday.
Okay. It's not your birthday. It's her birthday, and you're singing happy bullhorn Betty birthday. Or you had to throw yourself in there. It's always got to be about you. First, you insult her by singing happy birthday to her. Then you insult her by saying it's a bullhorn Betty birthday. Some birthday present.
Happy birthday to you. We love you, Cynthia. Thank you for supporting the Bullhorn Betty channel this long.
Yeah, you're
Sonia.
right about that. It's me, Amberly. I thought she was scared to travel. But she's just going to be going all over the place. No singing, please. I'm telling you. Taz. Don't sing. And don't ever take someone's birthday and make it about you. That's rude. That's rude as all. But please don't sing. You insulted the girl on her birthday. Enjoy your political rally. I'm sure we'll see pictures of it and you'll act like that's not what you were doing. You think you're going to get close to Trump this time? I don't, but okay.
How you doing?
Oh, our beautiful Sonia gifted 5 beautiful Bullhorn Betty memberships. So here we go. So we've got $5, $7, $27, $47, and $50. So 47, 50. So this show has raised today for Jen Santinello, guys, $97.50 will be going into our cuss jar. OMG.
Betty, again, all I'm asking for is a receipt. And also, there's money in the jar now. So does that mean you put that money back for paying your lawn guy? Because, you know, if you're going to collect for somebody, you got to be on the up and up about it. You can't be taking out the jar and putting it in your pocket for your personal expenses. It doesn't work that way. And you made it clear what that money's for. So I hope you understand that. But God, that's a good pause. That's a good pause. Look at that mouth. Look at that mouth. I could make that mouth bigger, and that'd be a good thumbnail. Okay, let's finish her because this is taking way too long.
You know what? I am so excited about this. I think I'm going to just go ahead after this live and go ahead and get that sent over to Jen Santinella, the $97.50 instead of cashing that out and putting it in, because that's almost $100, and I think she could probably use that. We're coming up to holidays, Christmases, she's not working. I just want to tell you all, thank you. Wow, see this? Look at this. You know what? We may not be able to do everything right 100% of the time, but you know what? We just raised $97.50 in a matter of minutes for a woman that's going through pure hell, and I can promise you, will absolutely 100% appreciate all of this.
She is disabled, and she is in fear of her life and being stalked, but yet she's traveling all by herself. Oh my goodness, he's so adorable. Yeah, he's adorable, but he suckers me all the time. I'm in there yelling at the dog. They think I'm yelling at them. The dog thinks I'm yelling at the kids. It's like, what? No, I'm yelling at the dog. I would never talk to my kids the way I talk to the dog. But the dog talks back. Yeah, I want to see receipts too. I could tell my dog take his ass to bed. I would never tell my kids to take their ass to bed. I would tell them to go to bed, but not take their ass to bed.
Great job, guys. You guys, I have to tell you, this is what, and I'm going to get all this, I get a little teary-eyed. I hate when I start getting emotional. Rough tough, crank up over here, right? Thick skin.
I want to see proof of all this. I want receipts. Betty, I thought I was cheap, and I'm cheap. I like to budget because, I have to, I got little ones, and there's things they're growing constantly, and there's things, and my husband's the only one working right now. So, but you're cheaper than I could ever think of being. You remind me of one that show that used to be on Cheapskates. I mean, then people would go get food out of restaurant dumpsters and invite people over for dinner and feed it to them. Yeah, it was gross. It was gross. Anyway, yeah, no. Mm-mm.
It's the love. Like, this is why we built this channel. This is why we are so protective of keeping all the hate and garbage out. We've got enough hate out there. We don't need it here. And so this is the love. This is the love. You know what? We may not be able to do this for everybody, but we did this for her. And we got another $3. Look at that. $100 even. Well, it's $97.50. $150. $100.50.
Okay, I want receipts for that $100.50. Betty, you bring the drama. You thrive on the drama and the hate. Because, Betty, when you don't do it, you don't get the views. And you know it. And it psychs up your audience. And you get a lot of super chats and cash apps and PayPals. Good for you. I don't sweat. You know what? Hey, like I said, people can do what they want with their money. I just think you need to be honest with people of what it's for. That's all.
$100.50.
See, unlike you, the people that gave me donations for my kids for the tramp thing, little ones out here, I'll actually have pictures of them, video of them playing on it. And I'll figure out a way to not show their faces. But yeah, I'm not going to use it to go to a Trump rally and say I'm doing cases, because I'm not going to go to a Trump rally. But anyway, I'm not going to go to any political rally.
Way to go, guys. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Why are you wearing my shoes?
Here's a kiss. Where's the kiss? It doesn't even sound like a kiss in my ears, but here's a kiss.
No. Why do you want it to get cold?
Okay.
I don't want to ask you.
Oh.
Oh, God help me. God help me. So kind-hearted. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Thank you.
That's I didn't say it.
So thank you, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get that sent off. I'm not going to wait until. We're just going to go ahead and
Okay,
get
you keep saying that. Why are you trying to?
I think that's amazing.
Are you trying to talk yourself into that? Because you keep saying it repeatedly. Just do it. You don't have to keep saying it. You don't have to pat yourself on the back for every little thing you do. Because you know what? When you truly help people from your heart, you don't have to get on a YouTube live and brag about every little thing you did, patting yourself on the back all the time. You don't. My neighbor's dog's barking up a storm. I hope it isn't loud for you guys. He's 2 houses over, and I can hear him.
An amazing job, and I couldn't be happier. All right, guys. Well, wait for this. Listen, I'm going to tell you with everything going on, I still got to go get packed up. I still got to get cars, oil change. I'm going to be running like a chicken with a head cut off for the rest of the afternoon. I promise you.
Aren't you the one who's always so prepared? I mean, you live in your little fake press ID thing. You live in that thing. It probably goes to bed with you at night. But listen, you always say that you have a bag packed and ready. You always have your fake press badge on. Now you're not ready? Huh? You're the one that says you keep a bag ready because, you're such an important reporter that you got to just leave at the spare of the moment to cover these cases. But yet every case you talked about, you're way past. I mean, way dated. Yeah. You're using them for your excuse. But where's your pack bag? You always say that. Where is it?
Guys, and I'm so sorry about the name changes on the levels. It's not life or death. All right. We want to get our free shirt. We want to vote, right?
She changed her membership levels. Unbelievable. I thought $1.99 for mine was too much. I really was only going to do the 99 cents. And then, I had some people yell at me a little bit and tell me to not be dumb, and it was okay. $1.99 wasn't too much. But these people like her and Beta, $10 to start out with, $20 to start out with, $50. What? For a YouTube membership? Hell to the no.
But I got to tell you, I'm running short on time. So I'm going to try to get it done this week. I was going to do it today. I was like, when I get that off here, I'm just going to get it done. Just do it. And I'm getting here, and it's like, now it's almost 10, and I've got to start leaving the house. It's like crap. And then tomorrow, I've got
quit talking and go.
I've got a meeting I've got to do first thing in the morning, and then I got to leave that meeting and start getting on the road to head down south. So I'm going to try to balance all of it. It's a little crazy. I get it. Trust me, I'm living it. So we'll try to get this all wrapped up tomorrow. If you do not see me by
is there a meeting tomorrow with the lawsuit? Because whatever the meeting is, it's got her worked up and worried.
Until the afternoon, but I do promise I will go live tomorrow. If nothing more, it'll be a later afternoon or evening live, and I'll do it.
Betty, it's okay. The world is not going to end because you don't go live. It really is not. Your peeps could probably use a break. Just saying.
But we will have stuff to talk about, and I would have already been to a few places visiting. So
all right, end it.
Content by the afternoon. But that's kind of our schedule for tomorrow. The schedule for tomorrow is I have no idea what the schedule is for tomorrow.
Okay.
The only thing I know is that we're not here. We're not here at 8:00. We ain't going live. Okay, that's the only fact I know about tomorrow. All right, guys. You all have been just amazing. Have a great day. Don't forget to rock it out with your coffee bean.
Okay. I can't with that one no more. Yo. I really thought that was going to be a faster live. I didn't even do the whole first half of the live because I didn't know enough about the case to say anything, so I didn't want to say anything. But Jesus, that took forever, and I even had her sped up. Oh, these cold weather, I dread. I get the kids flu shots. Dallas didn't get his. Symphony got hers. His appointment's coming up. I'm coming in 2 minutes, and I will tend to you. I promise, baby. You are so spoiled. What do you want now? You don't know? Well, if you don't know, I don't know. You just want to sit on mommy's lap. But you can't lean back on my boo-boo. Okay? You can't lean back on mama's boo-boo, okay? Okay, don't worry about it. Okay. Because I'm using it. Go in. I'll be right in with you. Thank you, sir. Love you, stinker. Love you, baby. Oh my God, they got me wrapped so tight around their pinky. Oh, they're good kids, though. Yeah, it has. And then Dolly's doing all these lives, and why is he getting involved the way he is? I thought he was done with all. See, that's what everybody believes this guy. Oh well, he's not going to do that stuff. He shied away from. He's right back in it. You know, if he wants to blame anybody for bringing him into this lawsuit, he needs to put the blame at Betty. She's the one to put him in this lawsuit. Nobody but Betty. But and then he's threatening to do a video about another creator's son. That's even disgusting to have a thumbnail up saying you're going to do it. They just go too far. And then, you know, I have my opinion about the Toys for Tots thing. But if that's what this other creator wants to do, you know, he's saying, well, you know, don't send him to her. And then him and his girlfriend PJ saying things like, oh, well, she's only doing it to give Christmas for her grandchild. That's disgusting, and that's not true. But to even say that and PJ to go along with it and say the same things is disgusting. But then she wants to act like she don't do this crap. She very much so does. She's not the sweet person everybody thinks because she was sitting there running her mouth right with Dolly. And Dolly saying, no, we'll give, you know, to the Toys for Tots in your area. And that is true. I mean, in all honesty, I get why she's doing it. And she feels like she's helping. And she is. She actually documents it all. And I seen last year where she took everything to the Toys for Tots site. So it is legit. She is doing that. She's not keeping anything like they're saying. And people have a choice. You can donate to the Toys for Tots in your area. Or if you can send a toy that she donates to the Toys for Tots there. That's an individual's choice. They don't have a right. Him and PJ don't have a right to go on and tell people, well, don't do it that way. That's wrong. You should do it for your area. That's their choice. It's their money. If they want to buy the toy and send it, they can. One thing I can tell you is that she documents every bit of it. And even documents her taking the toys to the toy spot, to the people. So it is legit. She's not doing what they said. You just what and they say that he does all kind of stuff. He just doesn't tell anybody. Come on. Dolly, we know. Don't act like you got money and you got this. You got what you got because your subs paid for it. You got a house because your mother gave it to you. Not much of one, but a house. Anyway, don't act like you got all this money and you do all this stuff to help people because there's no way you wouldn't be putting it all over the place and double patting yourself on the back like your buddy here does. It's disgusting. It's like, leave people's families alone. Number one, nobody should be going after nobody's kids or grandchildren or nothing. And don't be threatening to do lies about somebody's child, regardless if they're grown or not. It's not your freaking business, whatever he does do. It's nobody's business. But to get on there, him and PJ, to accuse her of scamming for the gifts to get because she wants presents for her granddaughter, that's some bull. That's just wrong. And that's exactly why I've never given PJ any kind of kudos, because she is just as bad. She did pass around Queen's docs. She did post it. She's no different. People think, oh, well, she's so good for him. No, she sits right there, right beside him and co-signs it all. But Veda. Betty does nothing for our community in Manatee County ever. I can honestly say I'm not surprised. I'm still working on that video. I got sick and then I had to have surgery, and life happens. Now I got to have another goddamn surgery. Sorry I used that word like that, but I'm so pissed about it because I know my lungs cannot take all that gas again, and I'm going to be sick as a dog. But I don't have a choice. My guess is there's a bleed in there, and it's a small bleed, but it's a bleed because yeah, and they're gonna have to pay. I hope it's not that my body's rejecting this pump because even though I've had one for 25 years and it's just a replacement, your body can still reject anything at any time. I'm hoping that's not what's going on because if it is, I'm totally screwed. Um, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. I go tomorrow for they want to do a scan and see if they can see anything besides drain it again. But oh, I click my lighter, Taz. I'm sorry. I do that a lot, so I don't smoke a cigarette. But you're right. I've had 4 cigarettes today, and I feel like crap for smoking them. Because since I had the surgery and the breathing treatments and stuff, I've been trying not to smoke. So, and I think this cigarette was so nasty because it's probably about a week old and it's probably stale as hell. Yeah, I haven't even bought any cigarettes. I'm really trying not to smoke, but I click my lighter all the time. It's just a habit, and I got to stop doing that. I really do. I'll be good. I'm so worried, darling. My son had a cornea transplant, and I worry every day. Oh my God, that is, I'm going through nothing like that. That is serious. Oh, how'd it go? Is everything good? Oh, send it all my prayers. Oh, wow. That's some major shit, a cornea transplant. Mine is just, they think my body's rejecting this pump, or that it's one of two things. It was either a tiny bleed or my body's rejecting the pump. But anyway, hopefully it'll be neither and they'll be wrong. And it's just that he had to construct a new pocket and, you know, anyway. But my breathing is terrible and I do need to get away. I don't watch everything with Dolly. I hope your surgery goes well. I just got a call from my doc a couple of hours ago that he will call at AM tomorrow with tumor results. Oh, I'll be praying for you, Bear Can. Sending good vibes and prayers. Yeah, I don't watch Dolly really either. Actually, most of the time, a lot of times I miss Betty because I don't go check her every day. I was bored this morning while I was cleaning up and getting school clothes ironed because I forgot to do it last night. So, and I seen she was live, and that's the only reason why. Okay. I love you. Okay. But yeah, it just seeing that shit that he said, that pissed me off because it's just wrong. It's just wrong. And I only went to check the thumbnail because someone told me that he was actually going to do this live, but he kept putting it off. But he really does have a thumbnail made. I was like, are you kidding me? Hey, Mama Bear. We'll be praying with you, Bear Can. Good news. Only good vibes. Good energy. Good news. But wow, I've been on here a long time. There's other stuff I wanted to do. But Betty took too long. I don't know. So I might pop back on tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Mama Bear. It will. It has to. I got the kids to take care of. I'm too stubborn. 5, 6, 7. Oh, Taz. You only listen to the review streaming. I've reviewed Dolly once. I'm thinking about it because he does some messed up stuff. And he don't get called out enough for it. And Justin, he totally needs called out. Spanky Boy, but dear Lord, he's so boring. He is so freaking boring. Even on his satire that he does, and it still includes these tragedies and thinks it's a joke, he's boring. Sinners. Sinners. Everybody's sinners. Ugh. But I wanted to, maybe it's a good thing I didn't with the beta thing because I'm waiting. Someone is supposed to send me the rest of the statement she made for the supposed TROs, which is a joke in itself. It's an autobiography, like Betty's lawsuit is an autobiography. And I still think JLR and Betty helped her with it, because it sounds like them. And of course, everything that's being claimed is being done by, without a crystal ball, is actually being done by them. The same as with Betty. Everything she's claimed is what she's done. But I don't know. I guess they're passing the cup around, I guess. I don't know. I have an ultrasound on the gyno tomorrow. I'm a little worried because I've already had precancerous cells. I have endometriosis, so hopefully I just need another hysterectomy, and that's it. Well, sending positive vibes and prayers. Endometriosis is painful. It can be very painful. My sister had that so bad. Oh. Sending positive vibes and lots of prayers, Mama Bear. Yeah. Oh, I've had a hyster. Oh, where they pump your stomach full of air. I've had that done a couple times. We were trying to have our own baseball team. Successfully, I couldn't. I barely held on to my son long enough to give birth to him. But I ended up not having not just one, but I had a tubal pregnancy, an ectopic pregnancy, and then exactly a year later, I had another one. I almost bled to death. It almost killed me because the fetus was partially in the tube and partially outside the tube, and it was actually growing. It was gross. It grew before it was bad. Yeah, no fun screw. No, that's not. Nope. No, Mama Bear, drugs. I be putting my arms out. Drugs. The legal kind. But yeah, you can bet Betty's on her way down to Miami because of the political rallies that are going on. It's not about cases down there. That's why she couldn't be. She threw out all these different cases. These are already stories that are done. Anything has been done, any lawsuits, any trials are over with. Yeah, so now she's going to insert herself because it's something she can pull right off the internet and say, hey, I did work, see? No, you didn't. But okay. Doing years of checkups. He had surgery at 12, but we went through years of checkups, etc. He has a driving restriction and prednisone drops daily. Wow. Prednisone is harsh. They give me high doses of that through the IV. They administer it very slowly. Takes the nurse about 25 minutes. But man, after dose 1, when I'm getting those high doses, it turns me into diabetic. I go, yeah, it's crazy. Then my sugar's got to be constantly checked, and I end up with an ulcer by day 3. Yeah, it's fun stuff. I haven't had that done for a while though, because I just don't go back. Those drops are no joke. No, they're not. Prednisone's no joke. It got some side effects no matter what. But of course, I knew things went too smooth, but I didn't want to jinx it anymore, and I did. And I ended up jinxing me anyway. Hopefully, tomorrow everything will be okay. He'll say, no, the fluid's way down. This is working what we're doing. The scan's good. We're not going to do anything else. That would be the best outcome because I just, my husband can't take another couple of days off work either. He's got 2 people out, one out on comp, one out on vacation. The other supervisor is out, so there's no way he can get time off right now. Later, see? Quit bringing a lighter outside with me. That's what I'm going to quit doing. And Beer Can, I'll be praying for you. You're going to get good news. I just know it. Mama Bear, you too. Tazzy, you take care. That's it. That's these people. This is, so frustrating. Oh, thank you, Mama Bear. Well, I'm glad you can. I'm glad you do. That makes me feel good. He can still reject. They wanted to wait, but I said no. Thank the good Lord for the donor. Yeah, yeah. Thank the good Lord for the donor, because I will hope. I will. I have to. I have to. I've got two little reasons in there. Those babies in there are my life. Okay, well, I'm going to get off here and feed them their dinner and spend some time with them. I've been on here a long time. I thank everybody for hanging out and joining me. Hit that like button and subscribe. I thank all the mods, just everybody here for chit-chatting, for hanging out. Thank you all for all the support. Everything will go to the trampoline, and you will be seeing video of them playing on it. They're in the house; they can't hear me. You will see video of them playing on it. I'll just block out their faces, and I'll put it under members only, so you guys can all see it. But yeah. But you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and thank you for all your support. Y'all brought me to tears. Thank you guys. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you on the YouTube streets. Night all.